Minnesota starting five for tonight. Ricky Rubio, the 23-year-old point guard, the Spaniard at the point. Kevin Martin. They acquired him in a trade in the offseason, which sent Luke Ridnour to Milwaukee. Corey Brewer making his second stint with Minnesota. He was drafted by them in 2007 out of Florida. Kevin Love and Nikola Pekovic round out Rick Alleman's starting five. Kevin Love, a three. That's good.
That's one of those field plays. They'll get it down.
Yep. That's backdoor cut by Corey Brewer.
He had a little help with a back screen on his, though.
Kevin Love. Hand in his face, he buries it.
Such a tough pick-and-roll situation to guard with those two guys.
Maxiell battling Love. Great job by Jason Maxiell. Love catching it in deep. Very clever around the basket. Ooh, thought Rubio might have double dribbled there right in front of us. Pekovic, a running hook. Kevin Love just sprinting to the rim.
Kevin Love's one of those guys. Coach told me a long time ago, David, if you just go every time to the glass, you're gonna get a few that fall right to you.
Pekovic setting a screen. Rubio, the no look to Love. Finishing in a crowd. Kevin Love. Stagger screen up top for Barea. Finds an opening. Missed the shot, but there's Love again, and Love scores again. 14th rebound for Kevin Love. Great backdoor cut. Good look from Kevin Love. Kevin Martin. Rubio to the front court against Aflalo. Kevin Love a long three. Got it. Wow. Shot clock at about 16, and Kevin Love just raised up and shot a deep three. Got a good look for Love. He drilled it. Kevin Love ties the score. Well-run play out of the timeout.
Rick Allen is just excited that they finally executed one of his plays out of the timeout. No contact there. That was at the end. Didn't affect the play.
Good screen to set him up.
Very nice. Well designed, well run. Big shot for Kevin Love.
Inbound to Aflalo. Aaron against Brewer. Outstanding defensively.
He wants the last shot.
Backing in. Follow-away jumper. No good. We go to overtime. Shot clock is at 4. Rubio's dribbled the clock down. Kevin Love. Pekovic had to get rid of it quickly.
That's making something out of nothing.
Minnesota wins on its opening night at the Target Center. They hold off a pesky, stubborn Magic team. Minnesota Timberwolves have got Rubio and Kevin Martin, who spent last year in a Thunder uniform in the backcourt. Pekovic, Love, and Corey Brewer, 2 seasons with Denver. He is back where he started his NBA career. Grant throws it away. Odd man break. Rubio, though, put that pass too deep. Love cleans it up, though, and scores over the outstretched hands of Adams. You can't be demonstrative like that. Throw your hands down like that. He must have kept barking, too, because the whistle blew at the other end of the floor. Love runs in to a wall of 2 Thunder defenders, then backs up and scores it. Love. Pump fake. Ibaka stayed down. Love flat-footed for 3. Jackson. Rubio kind of pulled the chair on it. The trailer is Love. Brewer with the assist. This team wanted to be better when Westbrook gets back, and one of the things it wanted to do a better job of was getting more points within the flow of its offense.
Yes.
So the looks are there. The finish has not been. It has been for Rubio tonight. He's got 9 points. KD came up here and worked with Love in the offseason. Off the inbounds play, Martin's got to see him to score. Minnesota has outscored the Thunder 21-4 off of turnovers.
You have to be impressed with what the Timberwolves have done tonight. They've got nearly 5 guys in double-figure scoring.
Many nights, the better measure of Cephalos's performance is what his opponents, the guys he's guarding, have done. And Kevin Martin tonight, 4 out of 11. Rubio is shooting 3 for 7, so their starting backcourt is a combined 7 for 18 after Utah's guys went 6 for 20 on Wednesday night.
He may have ramped up the scoring, but he hasn't forgotten how to defend.
No way.
Love. Again. Love again. This time from across the Mississippi River in St. Paul. Timberwolves go to 2-0 on this young season. The Thunder to 1-1.
Time the Timberwolves starting lineup: Ricky Rubio, Kevin Martin, Corey Brewer, Kevin Love, and Nikola Pekovic. And of course, Corey Brewer is going to be charged mainly with the task of trying to slow down Carmelo Anthony here tonight. Melo, a little fake to get Brewer to go by. Kevin Love comes up with the rebound. Quickly up to Corey Brewer, who gets the bucket.
I mean, I don't think an NFL quarterback could have dropped that in there any more beautifully than Kevin Love did.
Ball rotation for Bargnani. Carmelo Anthony fading away, and Kevin Love with a rebound. Rubio will size up the three. Love right there for the putback. There's a lot of pressure on the New York Knicks. A lot of people thinking that clearly this is a playoff team. I don't know that a lot of people are thinking this is a team that's ready to win the championship this year, but their owner, James Dolan, made no bones about that. Reportedly had a meeting with the staff and told them prior to the season, I expect you guys to win the championship this year.
There's a lot riding on Andrea Bargnani doing his part to help them get to that spot because they gave a lot to get him.
Kevin Love rattles home his first triple of the night. And the Wolves open up their largest lead, a half dozen here at the Garden. Kevin Love running the floor, and out in front of everybody gets it to go. The Wolves lead has ballooned to 14.
16-0 run from Minnesota.
16-6, they're winning the battle in the paint as well, Jim. Kevin Love, how about 18-6 in the paint? And the boos are out here in Madison Square Garden. Just the second made three of the game for the Knicks. 2 of 10 now from the floor for the home team from three-point range. Derek Williams looking to answer. Cans the triple.
That's exactly what happened to New York last year in the playoffs. I know Tyson Chandler was hurt. He had a bulging disc in his neck and didn't play particularly well, but nice basket cut by Kevin Martin. The find by Love. We've seen that now a few times. Kevin Martin is so good cutting out of this corner offense.
Rubio gets it from Pekovic. Love inside with Anthony on him and hits the hook shot.
Nevertheless, Minnesota has done a nice job stemming the tide and not completely, you know this game is a game of runs, but they have not completely collapsed here in the second quarter.
Well, that's the thing. You didn't think they were going to win every quarter by 40-21. Kevin Love goes coast to coast, gets the basketball, and lays it in. He's on the receiving end this time after he was throwing the passes earlier. The Knicks open in the second half with a little bit of a charge, but then the forced turnover, Brewer gets it up to Kevin Love, and Love's going to slam it home.
How many times has Iman Shumpert been trailing a play and chase it down in vain? Think about Love, too, just going back to his productivity. I hate all those naysayers that talk about his production doesn't lead to wins or doesn't lead to playoff appearances. His first few years playing for Randy Whitman didn't even want him to shoot the free ball, and Kevin Love gets easy two there. He was actually told not to shoot this one.
Love. Martin over Hardaway Jr. That's a big three for Kevin Martin. 90-73. Under a minute to go in the third here in New York. Martin, another open look at a triple, and he is deadly. That is his hot spot, folks. That left side, left wing, left corner, especially if he's that open. He's not going to miss too many of those. As the Knicks have cut into what was a 23-point lead for the Timberwolves in the third quarter, they've got it all the way down to 5. With 6:20 to go here in the Garden. Kevin Love over Carmelo Anthony. That is a huge triple for Kevin Love. Shot clock down to 6. Melo reaching in on Love, goes to the floor. Love puts it up and gets the big to go. And gets a 5 from Spike Lee as he goes by.
Spike says luck. Oh, my. What a shot by Kevin Love. That was amazing.
Kevin Love, you know what? Big-time players make big-time plays, and Kevin Love's been making big-time plays all night long here tonight. He's got 32 points.
To come here in New York and to win a ball game like this is just phenomenal. I know that I've broadcasted a lot of games for this organization, and this is as big a win as Minnesota's had in the last 10 years.
New York missed its last 6 shots after getting the score to 198, and that'll do it. The Timberwolves indeed are 3-0, folks, and they send a statement to the rest of the league that they are going to be here for quite a while.
And the lineup tonight for Minnesota is Ricky Rubio and Kevin Martin in the backcourt. Martin is in his 10th year in the league from Western Carolina. He's the most experienced member of the Timberwolves roster. Then up front, you got Corey Brewer, former Maverick, in his 7th year. Kevin Love is in his 6th season. And Nick Pekovic at center in his 4th year. Signed a contract in the offseason. Kevin Love with his first rebound of the night at 14.6 per game. He leads the NBA in that stat. He and Pekovic do a lot of rebounding, but Minnesota as a team actually fares quite poorly on the glass. They're out-rebounded by an average of almost 5 a game to start the year. But Kevin Love, what a player.
And that's where he's improved, Mark. He's shooting that 3-ball with ease right now.
Sean Marion. Love with a rebound. And there is the outlet pass right on the nose to Corey Brewer. As good as there is in the game at that. Big guy with the outlet pass, and he finds Brewer.
Kind of reminds you of Wes Unseld, a blast from the past.
Earlier today at shoot-around and before the game tonight, Rick Carlisle just glowingly speaking of what a weapon and what a skill that big man outlet pass is from Kevin Love because of the velocity and just how on target he is with it.
Well, you just got an illustration as Love knocks down another 3.
Road record for the Mavs to start the year is 0-2. They lost in Houston. They lost in Oklahoma City on Wednesday. For Minnesota, they've got a 2-1 start to their home schedule. They won a couple of games last week against Orlando and Oklahoma City, but stumbled 106-93 Wednesday night against Golden State. They're off to a 10-4 lead over Dallas. Dalibert rolling to the basket. Calderon got in the lane and found him. Love the rebound. The outlet right on the money again to Brewer, who will score.
I'll tell you what. The outlet pass made that play, Mark. Brewer made a great catch, but Kevin Love put that pass right on time.
Rubio with a steal. He's the league leader in that category at 3.4 a game. But Calderon will get the ball back. He spots Ellis on the move. Ellis throws up a wild shot. It gets tipped back to him. Then he lost the dribble. Now you got a fast break. Only Dirk back. Brewer misses. Love follows it home.
This team loves to get out and run on their floor. You got to match their energy.
Vince Carter is unavailable. He was suspended for 1 game due to the elbow that he threw at Steven Adams of the Oklahoma City Thunder on Wednesday night. Was assessed a flagrant 2 foul in the game and ejected, and the news came down around 10:30 this morning that he would in fact be suspended for a game. Baskets traded here by Dalibert for Dallas on a tip-in, and Kevin Martin cutting to the cup. Blair's been involved in 2 of the baskets in this run with an assist and a score. There is the action without the ball by Corey Brewer cutting to the basket.
And those 2 guys are really in sync offensively, Love and Brewer.
Minnesota was just decimated by injuries last season, and that guy was among them, only playing 18 games last year, Kevin Love.
Well, he's their best rebounder. And when you start talking about running, one, you got to defend. And after that, you need to rebound the basketball. Kevin Love, as Brewer knocks down that corner 3. Kevin Love, the best in the business at doing that.
Martin a drive. Tipped in by Love. There's the double-double, 15 points, 10 boards, and he also already has 6 assists. Ball stolen by Dallas. Ellis will go. Hard into Dante Cunningham. Marion a follow missed. Staying after it. Martin rebounds for Minnesota. Kevin Martin driving. He misses. Love follows it in.
So sick of hearing Love following it in, Mark.
Man.
He's all over the glass.
Jay Crowder is averaging 10.6 points a game in the first 5 contests. Has reached double digits in 3 of the 5 games played for the Mavs, including a career-best 18 against the Lakers on Tuesday. And followed it up with 17 against Oklahoma City on Wednesday. Love flicks it up the floor, and Brewer will go all the way. Crowder missed both free throws, and then Brewer dunks to end the half. Now, Love with an offensive rebound, and his reverse is missed. A tip-up is finally scored.
He just hangs around the basket.
Bad start to the 3rd quarter for Dallas, other than only permitting 2 points to Minnesota. Brewer a drive underneath. Love scores again.
Good penetration will get you every time.
Martin's come to life here in the 3rd quarter. second leading scorer for Minnesota, averaging 21.5 points a game. Love leads the way at 26 a game. Brewer's third, averaging 13 a game. Love inside with a foul.
That's a little misdirection call right there by Minnesota.
2 minutes to go. Third quarter. Long two. Barea misses. He's 0 for 5 in the game, but Dante Cunningham collects an offensive rebound, and Love hits a three. 22 second chance points tonight for Minnesota.
It's been the difference for them.
21 tonight for Ellis. Cunningham. Man, this is an offensive explosion for both teams after the way they struggled to score at the start of the third quarter. They're trading baskets here.
Big offensive possession here.
Love for three. 30 points for Kevin Love. Mavs need a stop here badly. Otherwise, it's an 8-point lead. Love is delivered in the clutch for Minnesota. Mavs are back off. Minnesota will dribble out the clock. They go to 4-2. The Mavs fall to 3-3.
The Wolves going with Rubio, Martin, Brewer, Love, and Pekovic, just like they have all season long. And we are just about underway here at Staples Center. A big crowd on hand for a Sunday evening game. Star-studded crowd. I'm sure we'll bring you some of that as we go through the night here at Staples Center. Kaman over Pekovic. Kaman has shot the ball very well so far in the Laker uniform.
Yes, he has. Scored the ball well. Double-figure score off the bench. Kevin Love knocks down the triple. Number 1 in free throw attempts per game. 16 per game is what teams have been averaging against Minnesota.
Rubio for Love. Young comes over to contest, but gets there too late. Second triple of the game for Kevin Love. Jim, the other thing the Wolves do with drawing all the fouls, we've seen them get a lot of teams in foul trouble as Kevin Martin continues to be hot. 2 turnovers in the game against the Wolves. They've been fantastic in that area. Haven't given the ball away, haven't given up points off turnovers, but they do it on that possession there. Back to a 3-point game here in L.A. Love again looking for his third three of the night and knocks that one through the net.
If I was a player today with all the information that's on the internet right now, I'd be scouting my opponent big time. There's just too much information out there, and we're beneficiaries of this. Kevin Love does it again.
Right over Wes Johnson, by the way, who checked in the game out of the timeout.
Where was the shot from?
Love.
The fact that the Lakers are willing to play Wes Johnson at the 4 against Kevin Love tells you something about their lack of depth.
Blake goes underneath, then brings it back out. Corner 3 for Nick Young. Gasol keeps it alive. Second chance. Nothing doing off the heel. And Rubio finally comes out of there with it. Ahead to Kevin Martin. Spin move to get around Steve Nash. And Rubio picks it off. Kevin Love's got an easy one.
Ricky Rubio lays in the weeds. They try to explain it to people. They don't get it. Just when you think Nick Young is going to pass the basketball, he shoots it. I just expect him to pass it at some point. Nice layup by Nikola Pekovic, and I'll tell you what, Lakers need a timeout. Minnesota's putting the hammer down already.
And there's the outlet, this time to Kevin Martin. I know he was going to track it down in time, but he does get there. And just like that, it is up to a 29-point cushion. Love scoop and gets the roll.
I'm just really liking Rick Adelman's rotations now. I mean, it's a huge thing.
Love inside, the and one as Ricky Rubio feeds him beautifully. Wes Johnson, one last crack at the scoring column, can't get it to go, and that'll do it. Jim, this thing was thorough domination by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves going with the same starting lineup that they've been going with all season. Rubio, Martin, Brewer, Love, and Pekovic, and Rick Adelman. 63 wins in his career against the Los Angeles Clippers, against 25 losses. That is the most wins he has tallied against any one team in the NBA. And we are just about set to go. Should be a whole lot of fun. Both these teams can get up and down the floor.
Kevin Love can teach 25 guys how to rebound, but none of them are going to be able to rebound as well as he does as Corey Brewer knocks down the triple. Rebounding is about desire.
And now the Clippers with numbers. Paul for J.J. Redick, and Redick buries the triple. Actually, they're going to rule it at 2 as foot was on the line.
He has been shooting lights out for this team. 50% from the floor, just under 35% from the three.
And he's been a hot starter, Jim. 9 points a game in the first quarters.
18.6 is what he's been averaging as Kevin Love knocks down the three-point shot from the left slot area.
Corey Brewer gets it inside for Kevin Love. And how about Kevin Love right there?
That's what I'm saying about doing it beneath the rim.
Martin. Love will take it right over Blake Griffin and banks it in.
He gives you a little Dirk Nowitzki with the three ball. He gives you a little Tim Duncan off the glass.
Correa saw Lane. Kevin Love wide open looking at three and buries it.
That's what I'm saying about being able to knock down open shots.
A 10-0 run here for the Clippers. Wolves need an answer, and Kevin Love gives them that finally. Love's got 12 points.
Nice cut by Pekovic. Minnesota's done that play to perfection multiple times this year. I love the action.
Kevin Love finds Pekovic inside.
They've been very efficient offensive team. We knew that coming into this game. They've been really bad defensively, and that's been the problem with the Clippers.
Corey Brewer.
There you go.
Love gets challenged by DeAndre Jordan, but he gets there too late. Kevin connects on the trifecta, his third in 4 tries tonight. Love feed inside for Pekovic, and he'll have the three-point play opportunity as Dudley with the reach in. Paul can't finish. Love was looking for Brewer on the outlet. It wasn't there. Corey Brewer told me before the game tonight he's got the best quarterback in the league on his team. And Pekovic, another bucket inside, having a fantastic night. 7 of 8 from the field.
Kevin Love has just been picking LA apart.
Art for Love, who's been hot from beyond the arc and continues to be torrid. 4 of 5 now from three-point range for Kevin Love. Rubio forcing up a shot inside. Love with the putback. Love's up to 21 and 11. 7 to shoot. Fed. Correa will take the three. And finally, JJ.
My goodness.
Crawford with Rubio on him. Crawford takes it inside and gets a roll. Brewer leaking out and gets the stuff. The Wolves get it right back. Kevin Martin. Martin puts it up. Off the iron. Pekovic rebound. Try Love. Oh, just off the iron. The Wolves had 2 cracks at a second chance bucket, and neither of them go in. It just falls off the rim. And Jim, kind of the story of the night. The little things did not go the Timberwolves' way in this game.
Take a look at the T-Wolves starting lineup, brought to you by Classic Auto Campus in Streetsboro. Ricky Rubio, leader in steals, among the leaders in assists. And meanwhile, Robbie Hummel gets the start. A late switch at the 2-guard spot. Corey Brewer up front with Kevin Love and Nikola Pekovic. Dion going to work on the switch against Pekovic. Nice delivery to Tristan Thompson, who missed it though. At a point-blank look, here's what Brewer loves to do. Leak out. And he scored it.
He's tough in that situation.
He's got all 9 points.
He's got all 9 points. He's off to a great start.
Hey, a big-time happy birthday to Lily Valenti, the middle daughter of our producer, Brent Valenti, a future North Royalton Bear basketball player, we presume. Turned 7 today, so happy birthday, Lily. We'll try to get a win for you as Kevin Love gets inside for the hoop. Tristan missed the right-hand jump ball.
You see, all it is they are scoring every time down the floor, and the Cavaliers are not.
Boy, Rubio between the legs of Jarrett Jack to Love. Normally, that's not a good pass for a point guard to throw, but it's very much in Rubio's game. Check this out. Bang.
Well, the one thing that you don't look for are passes around the head and between your legs.
Yep.
So those are easier passes to make.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's what Lenny Wilkins told me every time. When I wanted to make a backdoor pass it at his head. His first move is a duck.
Yep. But you think that was a risky pass, but...
Well, between the legs, first of all, you can't close your legs that fast.
Yeah.
So it gets right through.
Love got away. Snuck it in. Wow. So suddenly now he has come up with 8 points. Backdoor was not there for Love on the spin move.
So they want him on the elbow right there. That's what he's probably going to take the shot.
Love against Thompson.
Yeah, that's what he's
trying to
looking
use his
for.
length, and he hits it.
That's what he's looking for.
Boy, they can really shoot the ball.
Yeah, he's got good rotation. He has good fundamentals, and he has good touch.
They run a play on high. Waiters. Brewer picked him up. Oh, he lost him big time. Teardropped it. No.
Oh, boy, that was a beautiful move.
Rubio snapped that pass to Brewer, right wing. Missed it. Love another rebound.
That's tough. He's going to make that. Yeah. I mean, that's his kind of a shot.
Love. Good defense by Tristan Thompson. Draped all over him. Right back to Love. Wants that jump hook for two.
You see, he's a tough guy to guard because they go to him. I mean, that time he missed the shot. As soon as he post up again, they went right back to him.
Corey Brewer slashing. Fights it up and in. And he is fouled. Bergeau. Spins it up. No. Rebound to Hummel. Love the trailer on the cut. That's just great recognition by Rubio. There's Love had first spotted up and then it made a beeline to the hole. Yeah, the ball doesn't get stuck, that's for sure. Into Pekovic, in deep. Fights it up and in.
You see that? And that's what happens. When the ball doesn't stick, what it does, it gives a big man like him a chance to maneuver his body in a position to be able to take a pass when it comes back around the horn.
Love on the ball swing. Brewer, his sweet spot, hits it.
They don't give you a chance to settle. They do not give you a chance to settle on anyone. They are unselfish, moving the ball, and they all can shoot the ball.
Anderson's got 13 now. Brewer faces. Rebound to Love. Once
Right
again.
back to him, see? This team
And he scored.
This team knows how to move the ball. They know how to use their weapons. They use them well, and they cut so well.
Minnesota with 23 assists now as Matthew Dellavedova checks in. Ball off the noggin of Love. Love the trailer. Shooting a three ball.
That's his shot. He loves those type of shots.
They're just rubbing it in right now.
Right into his rhythm.
Love with a pump fake. Two more.
Too easy. Now we'll see what type of team the Cavs have when the next ball game. Are they going to come back and feel sorry for themselves, or are they going to come out competing?
Inside Love. They're just shredding the Cavalier defense. Virtually wire to wire here tonight for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
First game of a Friday night doubleheader from Denver, Colorado, the Pepsi Center, home of the Nuggets. As the Nuggets will host the high-scoring and exciting Minnesota Timberwolves coming up. Rubio, in addition to #1 in steals, he's 3rd in assists so far. Love and Free, that's going to be a fun matchup to watch. And Love, his perimeter game, so improved. Free just couldn't quite grab it. Rubio the other way. Kevin Love, kind of a delayed trailer.
This is a pickup game, really. I mean, is someone going to start and play a little bit of defense?
Meanwhile, a delay of game called against the Nuggets. Love follows in on the Rubio miss. They've always been very difficult to get to change.
Yeah.
Barea inside. Robinson all over him. Cunningham comes down with it. Corey Brewer spots up for three. Mozgov did a good job contesting it. Brewer lost it, but right into the hands of Kevin Love.
Do we give him an assist there?
Mozgov blocked by Love. Mozgov gets it back and throws it down. Timothy Mozgov, who's going to get a lot of minutes with the injury to JaVale McGee. Barea spins, goes right at Lawson. J.J. Barea. What an impressive first half off the bench.
Oh, great left hand. That was beautiful.
And Love banks it in. That's one of the things that makes Rubio so tough. He's so adept with either hand.
And he looks like he's asleep out there.
Love and Pekovic. Boy, when your big man can make those plays.
Well, when you're able to just run to the rim and no one's in your way and you catch it and no one's at the rim, it's pretty easy.
Oh, he threw it down. It looked like there was some contact between two Nuggets. That's an impressive play. Lawson on the pull-up. In and out. Deflected. And Martin down the other end. Finds Love in stride. Love flips it up and gets the roll. That's a pretty fast break.
Yeah, that was a pretty finish there by Love to get it so soft off the glass. And Rick Adelman wanting a foul call there with the contact from Hickson.
Love able to connect. 18 points now for Love. Brewer going for the steal, grabbing a Chandler, kicks it out. Hickson left wide open. That won't go. Fareed can't finish it off, and Rubio comes away. Kevin Martin. Love tries a three. Knocks it down. Kevin Love's first three-pointer. And the Nuggets lead cut to 8 with 3:19 remaining. Miller, nice pass to Hickson, blocked by Love. Picked up by Fareed. And a held ball as Cunningham quickly grabbed it from Fareed. Love comes out. Chandler once again right up on him. Nice fake from Love. And hits the three. Kevin Love from downtown. It's a 2-point game. And now Denver calls a timeout. Love gets it, fakes again. This time they don't fall for it. Now too much time going off. Martin on the drive, gets inside, blocked by Fareed. Knocked loose, Love picks it up. 2 seconds to go. Love puts it blocked again, and it's over. The Denver Nuggets hold on and win their 3rd straight.
Ricky Rubio, Kevin Martin, a dynamic backcourt for the Timberwolves. Corey Brewer making a nice comeback with this club, his 2nd time around with them. Kevin Love and Nikola Pekovic, who is a force in the middle.
It's a mutual admiration society, Malik. Congratulations. Best wishes to you. Thanks for being here. All right, Michael, send it back over to you.
What a well-spoken young man. Spent over 100 days in the hospital. Wow. Someone just stays home.
2 moves. 3 jump hook. School, when school is in and you're teaching a session, 1 lesson, 2 lessons. Now all kinds of things you're starting to learn out there.
I'm trying to think who's got a better hook shot than Love, 2 in the league. In fact, he shoots 3s. Rubio sends it back to Love. Love takes a 3. Takes a 3.
Easy.
Yeah.
I mean, just shoots it easy. No effort at all as it came off his fingertips. Rubio calling the play out was like play 4. Let's beat the Kevin Martin on the post. Nope.
Sullinger in defending Love. Love goes one way. He's money with that hook shot, isn't
It's tough. I mean, it's tough. And Sullinger plays the same way, that little jump hook.
Backdoor cut by Martin.
That was nice. And it beat Avery clean. Normally you do not see that.
Martin, nice little reverse to the left hand.
Jump by Kelly Olynyk with the left hand.
Love. It's just money, that hook shot. He got bumped.
Got bumped.
Pressey took a shot at him on the way by.
Got bumped, got banged. Could have had the arm and the foul. Love it.
Bradley and Bass in double figures. But the Celtics outgunned here tonight. Drop a game to the Timberwolves, 106-88.
The Timberwolves will go with their usual starting lineup of Rubio, Kevin Martin, Corey Brewer, Kevin Love, and Nikola Pekovic. A 5-man unit that has outscored its competition by +66. The most of any 5-man lineup in the league coming into the night.
Ted has been a valuable player wherever he's been. He was a valuable backup in Orlando for Dwight Howard. I thought he played really well in a Phoenix Suns uniform.
Of course, the Wizards making that deal to bring Gortat over as Rubio knocks down another one.
He must have led the league, Martell Webster, in 4-point plays last year. How many times did we see them last year coming into the games before where he had 1 or 2? I think he had maybe 6 or 7 on the year. 4-point plays, that's hard to do.
Well, Jim, he was up to 10 4-point plays when we saw him last March, so he was fantastic in that category. Drawing the contact, making the shot, and how about Kevin Love just continuing to do work down low? And the Timberwolves on top here in Washington. Timberwolves and Wizards have been stuck on 16-15 for a little while here. Kevin Love trying to change that, and does with the long 2.
Kevin Love's 6 points in the game right now.
Kevin Love, the right wing for the 3, buries it.
And that's what we were looking at. And we were talking in our production meeting this morning, is that, you know, which one of those guys is going to be able to stay with Love on the perimeter?
Love, nice head fake, then steps back for the 3 and drops it down.
Sweet spot, too. He had all the time in the world to line that one up.
Trevor Booker just picked up a personal. Rick Adelman going to the bench out of the timeout as Robbie Hummel and Dante Cunningham are in along with J.J. Barea. So Corey Brewer and Kevin Love, the only 2 starters still on the floor. And Kevin Love still lighting it up for downtown. Approaching 2 minutes to go here in the opening half in D.C. Timberwolves looking to get back to 500 on the season on the road. And Corey Brewer finishing off the Kevin Love assist. Love. Timberwolves needed that one. Stem the tide a little bit.
You got to have dribble penetration to suck defenders up, to be able to make them try to help, and that leaves offensive rebounders like Pekovic and Love free to rebound. Everybody shoots jump shots. Those are very difficult to offensive rebound.
Kevin Martin had Bradley Beal leaning the wrong way, but couldn't get the bucket to go. Love, second chance points for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Those have been few and far between tonight. Just 11 second chance points in the game for Minnesota. John Wall throws it up for Vesely, and the Wolves catch a break as Vesely couldn't hang on to the basketball.
Yeah, Vesely did a nice job just not letting Minnesota catch.
Brewer, no. Love, yes.
How about the fingertip control by Kevin Love? Man.
Correa. Kevin Martin looking for his first three of the night and finally does get one to go.
Just a matter of time.
Love will take the three, and that's going to do it here in D.C. Corey Brewer, a last team at the buzzer. And the Washington Wizards' four-game losing streak is over as they hand the Timberwolves their fourth loss of the season away from Target Center.
James Harden, of course, is out with a sore left foot tonight. He averaged 28 points a game against the T-Wolves last season. So you're going to take that right out of the lineup as Dwight wins the opening tip.
Chandler actually said, he goes, I'm a terrible lob passer earlier this season, but he's been great at it.
Kevin Love takes it up over T. Jones for two.
T. Jones doing a good job on Kevin Love so far, guys. Nice matchup to keep track of.
Love takes it inside and hooks it up and in. And just as soon as you start trying to slow that down, then he goes out and shoots a three-pointer behind the arc. There's a steal by Rubio again. Brooks.
How about that pass?
Rubio definitely can pass the ball.
Oh, man.
He's averaging 8 assists, 8 points. Slick. Looked like I've seen Pekovic in one of those Superman movies.
Ricky Rubio. Boy, if he starts hitting that three, you know, he reminds me a little bit. You remember when Magic Johnson first started, he was great in assists, but he couldn't shoot a lick from the outside. Well, Magic got where he could hit that shot from the outside, and so they had to start guarding him. Kevin Love trying to get it in over Jones. Great shot.
Nothing you can do about that one.
Another turnover by Lynn. He always gets in the air and doesn't know where he's going to go with it. And Love with the follow.
How about that hustle by Kevin Love? You never give up on a play. Kevin Love ran down there and got him 2 points.
You got to remember, the T-Wolves played last night against the Brooklyn Nets. In the game, they blew the Nets out.
Now Kevin Love starting to warm up as he hits a three. Now Love starting to warm up, and you better get out on him.
Ooh, on a pin down. Guy that big can shoot it that well.
Thank you, Leila, as Pekovic has it outside on Dwight. Trying to find Rubio. Aaron Brooks right in his lap. Ricky cross court to Brewer. Brewer puts up a quick shot, air ball, tipped up by Love. Love trying to find a place to release, and he does just before the 24 seconds runs out.
Kevin Love, he just has a nose for the basketball.
Rubio trying to get it inside, lays it up to Pekovic, and Howard made him change the shot, and it's tipped up and in by Love.
T. Jones has got to get Kevin Love off of the offensive board.
Terrence Jones hits a three.
T. Jones continues to impress.
Well, he's making them when he's open. He's got to start looking to shoot it more because he's shooting a very high percentage.
He's going to convince me that he's a three-point shooter, man.
Love makes it, and he's fouled.
How good was that? Single-handedly keeping the T-Wolves in this game is Kevin Love.
That won't be a three because he stepped in front of the line. Brooks. Asik had the rebound, and it was tipped away as he was knocked to the court. Now it's a 5-on-4 advantage, Minnesota. Brewer on the drive. Somebody's got to rotate.
Yeah, in transition, they never found Corey Brewer.
Pat Beverly again. This time he misses. Long rebound out to Brewer. Brewer takes it the length of the court, and it's tipped up and in by Love. And that'll do it. So the Houston Rockets win the game.
The Timberwolves, meantime, going with Rubio, Martin, Brewer, Love, and Pekovic, trying to end that four-game road losing skid. Kevin Martin for Ricky Rubio. Nice touch pass inside. The extra pass sets up Martin for the three and buries it. The Wolves on the board first with a triple.
I mean, one of the most impressive offensive possessions we've seen in a long time.
Rubio inside for Love, and Love able to get it to go. Hibbert. That's well off. Brewer leaking out. George Hill trying to catch up. He's not going to get there as Corey throws it down. And David West nearly got a hand on that basketball. Instead, it's Kevin Love burying the triple. Kevin Love, the triple, buries it.
They're going to review it.
Rubio lost the handoff. And then gets it right back for Kevin Love in the throwdown. How about Ricky just staying with that after losing the basketball and getting it right back? Timberwolves looking to end an offensive drought here, and Kevin Love finally does just that. Gets it back to within 5. And Jim, you talk about the maturation process of a team. It all starts with being able to win on your home floor, and that's something that Pacers have done for so long is the Wolves get the bucket. And indeed, Indiana does move to 13-1 on the season, and the Timberwolves drop to 4-20 all-time in Indianapolis against a very good Pacer team here tonight. 98-84 our final. Let's get to the Wolves. Northland forward starting lineup. Rubio, Martin, Brewer, Love, and Pekovic. Your usual cast of suspects for the starting 5 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Vince Carter did not play in that meeting up at Target Center between these teams. He was suspended for elbowing Oklahoma City's Steven Adams in the Mavericks' previous game that led up to that contest.
He was one of a few guys that was getting into the head of Steven Adams a little bit. Kevin Love gets to go, a little offensive rebound action.
Richard Baamute makes his Minnesota Timberwolves debut, coming in out of the timeout.
He's not going to be a great three-point shooter, but right there, getting an offensive rebound, rebounding the basketball.
Kevin Love, nice reset as he got Blair to go by and knocks down the triple. Blair rejected by Kevin Love.
Mickle lines up the corner three, can't get it to go.
And Love, the outlet to Corey Brewer, and
Here we
Brewer
go
with the throwdown.
Boy, did Kevin Love just absolutely lead Corey Brewer to the open part of the floor that time? Vince Carter, speaking of the Nets, was part of that run with the Nets of their glory years. As Pekovic gets denied at the rim, but Love sticks with it.
And J.J. Braille will bring it up. Timberwolves looking to knot it up or retake the lead.
This is what Rick Adelman did earlier, too, as he kept Kevin Love in early. Then he brought Kevin Martin into play with the second-line guys later on, which worked out great for Minnesota to keep the offensive efficiency on the floor.
Kevin Love buries it. And the Wolves back on top by 4.
Monte Ellis now guarding Rubio.
Kevin Martin. Martin knew that was gone the second he put it in the air.
And the fist pump by Rick Adelman as well, too. How about Rick Adelman going with Baamute here in the game?
Right.
The strength of his defense, very important here.
Rubio behind the back for Kevin Love. And Love got it away. Rick Adelman puts his fist in the air as Love buries it as the shot clock expires. As the Wolves sloppy with the basketball to close things out, but do hold on for a 112-106 win. Kevin Love back in the lineup tonight for the Minnesota Timberwolves after missing the game Saturday due to personal reasons. The passing of his maternal grandmother. The Timberwolves happy to have him back, and we are set for basketball here at the Palace of Auburn Hills. The 10-11 Pistons hosting the 9-11 Minnesota Timberwolves. Shot clock down to 4. Jennings will take it off the front of the iron. Love comes up with the rebound.
And that's why Minnesota needed Kevin Love. I mean, to be able to clear the backboard, and defensive rebounding is part of defense. He's not a great individual defender, and Love already paying dividends.
Yeah, knocking down the triple. Kevin Love, welcome back. Monroe rattles out. Love the outlet for Corey Brewer, and this time they do hook up for the touchdown.
And Josh Smith can't get the block shot. What an outlet pass by Love. My goodness. And Josh Smith, he is great at being able to get kind of those kind of interceptions off of elbow entries.
Nice start here tonight for Rubio as he knocks it down.
Flip Saunders did a great job of molding Chauncey Billups into the player he became.
Monroe tried to feed it inside. The turnover, Sped, who's in the game early, to Kevin Love.
Well, you love the jailbreak for Minnesota.
Sped. Nice ball movement, sets up Kevin Love for a wide open look and buries the triple.
I love it when Alexi doesn't try to do too much and plays within himself.
Dave and Jim, I think we are seeing more aggression and more energy like that from Corey Brewer.
And then some. Oh my.
Boy, you ain't kidding, Marty Gellner.
Right on cue. Wow. Martin with the basketball. A little spin move. A little strong. Batted around. Love comes down with it. Feed for Brewer. Still plenty of time here on the shot clock. Corey Brewer feed for Kevin Love in the corner. The three is good.
Oh, man. Was that a beautiful possession for Minnesota? They have been stringing together just tremendous effort possessions each time down the floor.
We saw the second chance points there. 16-5 run. Wolves looking to make it a little bit larger than that. And they'll get to possibly add 3 to the run as Kevin Martin will have an opportunity to finish it up at the free throw line. Love, shot clock down to 1. And Kevin Love gets the rebound. Feed inside for Cunningham.
Put on a clinic. Started out in the first quarter.
Love gives it back to Rubio. Rubio for 3, buries it.
Great pass by Love, too. Got it back to Ricky after Ricky gave it up.
Instead, Drummond inside. Andre Drummond, 4 of 9 tonight from the field. They've done a nice job mitigating his damage. Kevin Love for 3.
You see Greg Monroe, his tendency is to help. He was off Kevin Love that time in help position. Minnesota needs a bucket.
Kevin Love trying to answer and does just that. Kevin Love feeling it tonight. Those fresh legs. Rubio feed inside for Love. Martin. Back-to-back threes for Kevin Martin.
Rick Adams over here doing what I do off the tee box when I play golf, is using the body language to keep it in bounds.
And that'll do it. An impressive performance here tonight for the Minnesota Timberwolves, who get a much-needed win to move back to within a game of 500.
Minnesota, Corey Brewer, Kevin Love, Nikola Pekovic, Kevin Martin, and Ricky Rubio. Pekovic getting set, and there is Love, and this is a very good rebounding team, led by that guy, the best rebounder in the NBA.
Timberwolves do not have a shot blocker, so the Sixers can look to attack the paint every time.
Rubio that time attacking the paint and finding Kevin Love. 31 victories last year for Minnesota. It's actually their best record in the last 6 years.
Absolutely. This team continues to improve. One could say if they were in the Eastern Conference, they'd be probably a playoff team, but right now in the Western Conference, it's really tough, and they're still trying to fight their way up into the top 8 in the West.
They find Love as he snuck inside. The Sixers, you have to be thinking they're going to try something like that with so little time to shoot. Love at 6'10", moves pretty well.
If he has the Pekovic on him in the post, it's going to be tough for Spence to move him.
Kevin Love establishing inside position. 2 of his 10 first-half points. So it's Rubio and Martin with Pekovic, Brewer, and Love. Love for Pekovic.
Man, House Thompson trying to take Kevin Love off the glass, but it's not really much you can do.
As Love hits the 3, the Sixers cannot turn it over, and they've turned it over 3 straight trips down the floor. Love. Got him into his bench. Luke Mute's come in. Brewer is wide open, and he buries the 3. Brewer's second 3. He's got 8. Cunningham. I'd say Cunningham averages 5 in about 19 minutes off the bench. Love thinking about tying it. Rubio will try it, and there it is.
That was a good defensive set by the Sixers, though. They did a really good job guarding both sides of the floor.
Love. Well, he's the all-star. It's his time, right?
Yeah.
Roten draped on Rubio, who's a master at handling the ball, then gets inside, and Love, not once, but twice. Offensive rebounding, another key for Minnesota. So Minnesota will hand the Sixers their 9th straight loss on the road. Sixers, they tie a season high with a 4th straight loss, and their 4th straight loss to Minnesota.
Check their starting lineup. Ricky Rubio, Kevin Martin, Corey Brewer, Kevin Love, and Nikola Pekovic.
They like to run mid-pick into elbow jump shot for Tim Duncan to start the game a lot of times as Love knocks down his mid-range jump shot as well. Without Thiago Splitter, who's their main starter at the center position, they need Ayers to fill a role.
Kevin Love burying the triple.
That's what I'm saying. That's to me what makes him so special. There are only a handful of 6'10" guys in the world that can come off pin down action, get their feet set, and knock down that jump shot.
Rubio finds Love inside, and wow, what a high degree of difficulty on the finish there. Correa, wild shot inside, but tipped up and in by Kevin Love.
He was outside the cylinder that time. That's why he's allowed to play.
Rubio for Kevin Love. Gets a little space from Duncan and buries the triple.
That's what I'm talking about.
Love drops down the 2.
Huge.
Parker blocked from behind by Rubio. Love gets it ahead to Brewer, and this one's going to be an easy throwdown for Corey Brewer. And Brewer entered the night no longer leading the NBA in fast break points.
Same action for Minnesota right here. Pekovic not nearly the post passer from the elbow that a Tim Duncan is.
Kevin Love, the triple, career 3, number 300 for Kevin Love. Parker will take the 3.
That's what you want him to do. He has hit he's 8 threes. He's shooting 38%. He and Ginobili have the same percentage. He just doesn't shoot as many as he used to.
He had only shot 3 over the previous 3 games coming in tonight. Kevin Love feeling it from outside the arc. Leonard, corner 3.
My man was shooting 25% coming into this game. He's 3 for 3 now.
Well, we know he can light it up in a hurry, Jim. And I mean, he played fantastically in the postseason for the Spurs last year. Was strong for them in the finals against the Miami Heat. Kevin Love, though, man, is he ever feeling it tonight?
I told you.
5 of 5 from 3-point range for K. Love.
The most unique 6'10" player on the planet.
And Ricky Rubio, I was just about to say, not a whole lot of defense, but Rubio's made a couple of defensive plays in a row, and the putback up and in by Kevin Love.
The follow-up by Kevin Love.
Love looking for another 3. He is absolutely unconscious tonight. 6 of 6 from 3-point range and 30 points for Kevin Love. And the Wolves come up with another turnover.
Why not?
Love again. Are you kidding me with Kevin Love tonight?
Give it to him.
7 of 7. Cunningham feeding it down low for Kevin Love. Draws a whole lot of jerseys and gets it to go anyway.
The hands to catch that pass by Dante Cunningham. He forced it in there. Love able to catch it in a pack and a finish.
Rubio. Gets the screen from Love. Right back to Love for another triple. Wow. Kevin Love. Ginobili with a rebound, and the Spurs with a chance to retake the lead. Not so fast. A turnover, and Love with a flush.
Why did Monta give it up?
Well, Jim, we talked about it. The Timberwolves at the bottom of the league in fourth quarter scoring. The Spurs at the top part of the league in fourth quarter scoring. And Ricky Rubio, the answer, though, to not back up. Well, a standing ovation from the hometown crowd for the San Antonio Spurs here as they end the Timberwolves' modest 2-game win streak. Tom Hanneman and the Timberwolves battled, but in the end, they take another loss. It sure was impressive the other night in San Antonio for Kevin Love, but the Timberwolves did not get a win, and they fall below 500, 11-12, looking to get back to even tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies. Pekovic inside, and the Wolves back to even as they get on the board for the first time tonight. And Tony Allen nearly coming up with a steal. Martin for Kevin Love, and Kevin Love still locked in from 3-point range.
And that's where he's going to have an advantage on Zach Randolph, being able to separate himself on the perimeter. Zach Randolph probably not going to press up on him.
Ricky Rubio averaging 17 points a game, shooting 44% from the field over the last 3 games. Has been much more involved in the offense, and the Wolves get another stop. Love trying to make the extra pass to Pekovic, who is able to track it back down. Love will take the baseline jumper and bury the long 2.
I gotta tell you what, Kevin Love's making me eat my words right now. His post defense on Zach Randolph has been unbelievable.
Rubio going by Mike Conley, finds Love, wide open look at a three, and Kevin Love drills another one.
And we talked about the point guard matchup and the difference between Conley and Rubio. There's a little bit of the Rubio magic right there.
And as we already mentioned, Marc Gasol out with that MCL sprain, missing his 10th straight game.
You know, he's one of the best, and if not the best, complete offensive players. Kevin Love.
Speaking of fantastic.
How about that footwork? The rip and go baseline by Kevin Love.
5.5 second differential here. JJ Barea. A little spin move around by Conley. And how about that for JJ, who has really been struggling offensively. 28% from the floor the last 11 games. Love with a rebound. Still time for the Wolves. Corey Brewer will take the three. And Corey Brewer will make the three. What a finish.
Give Kevin Love a lot of credit, though. I mean, to go down there, get that defensive rebound, contest Mike Conley, then get it out and headman it. Fantastic play by Minnesota.
Kevin Love, in off the timeout, buries the triple. Boy, Kevin Love has just been locked in. 3 of 5 tonight from three-point range. JJ Barea looking for another triple. JJ Barea.
Just a matter of time.
Jared Bayless. Pekovic with a rebound. Robbie Hummel able to keep it alive, gets it to Love. It's a long two, his foot was on the line.
The pass by JJ was one thing, but the ability for Robbie to handle that pass and get it out to Love.
Kevin Love inside. That missed by Rubio at the free throw line, by the way, the first of the night by the Timberwolves. 8 of 9 from the charity stripe. Love inside.
What a seal by Kevin Love that time.
Shot clock down to 3. Love inside's got to get it up. Does, and gets it off the glass and in.
Talk about right on time. This is one of those games where you got to be able to contain it.
Randolph gets his own rebound and puts it up. Thought he shifted his feet before he put the first shot up. Might have got away with dragging it. Love will take it over Zebo and bury it.
He went Tim Duncan on a bit. You've got to guard your player. You've got to keep them in front of you.
Rubio,
like that,
got caught in the air with nowhere to go. Fortunately, the Wolves get the ball back, and even more fortunately, it finds its way into Kevin Love's hands.
That was lucky.
The Timberwolves are going to end a skid in Memphis that has lasted since their last win on this floor back in January of 2009. 8 straight losses in this building comes to an end. 11 straight overall at the hands of the Memphis Grizzlies. Tom Hanneman, it is finally over with a 101-93 win.
It will be Pekovic jumping center against Bass. Bass controls the tip, gets it to Crawford. Here we go. Team fouls are even at 3 apiece. Inside Pekovic. Nope. Follow, yes. First basket for Love.
Bradley ended up with Love and then just did not go and block him out. Let him get to the rim.
Love.
Left hand.
Long 2.
Make him go left.
Love, a little hook shot. This game playing a little bit like the Knicks game played the other night, where the Celtics had a lead, let it go in the 3rd quarter, then won it in the 4th.
No, they didn't get a shake here in the first half of the officials, I'll tell you.
Love knocks down his 4th field goal of the game. 13 now for Love. Came in averaging 25 a game. Sullinger tends to take the 3 from straight away. And Green hasn't had a whole lot of success off the wing. Love has success from just about anywhere. That's his first 3. Crawford spins, takes it. Shred with the air ball. Barea lays it down nicely to Love. Pressy.
No, we don't need that. We do not need that.
Barea the other way in a 2-point game. Barea in the paint, kicks it to Cunningham. Cunningham goes to Love. Love banks it home. Barea pulls it back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock, approaching 5 minutes to go in the game. Barea, no this time. Tip, yes, from Love. Love tees one up and knocks it down, a 3.
Now they teased you, and they have to use your team defense to drop the guy to the paint.
Rubio. And a quick timeout is taken by the Celtics here. Avery Bradley coming hard to the ball, goes to the corner. Now Crawford, now they get it to Sullinger. And Rubio fouls him with 1.3 on the clock. There's the game right there. Love gets it into Rubio. Rubio lets it fly, and Boston is now within 2 games of 500, have a full 1-game lead in the Atlantic Division.
For Minnesota, Kevin Martin was questionable. He will play. Dante Cunningham was questionable. He will play. Rubio, Pekovic, Brewer, and Love. The rest of the starting 5 for Minnesota. We'll see the Trailblazers tonight. 4 games in 5 nights. We've talked about that, and you don't want to toss out excuses to start a night off. That's a difficult thing in the NBA. We'll see how much gas the Trailblazers have in the tank. Portland had that rebound just about corralled. It kicked its way to Love, and he put it in Minnesota a 2-point lead. Lillard takes a 3 in front of the Blazer bench, and that's off the mark. Martin did a good job to close on him as the Trailblazers start the ball game 1 of 4. Kevin Love would like to pull Aldridge out of the middle. They'd love to get Lopez with 2 fouls, and that time he gave a little contact early, then backed off, and Pekovic rolled to the rim and scored.
Minnesota gives it up. They give up 47% shooting, so defense has been their problem this year.
Pekovic gets loose on Lopez inside and hooks it up and in.
And you're right, Lopez doesn't want to pick up that second foul this early.
There's another 2 in the paint as Martin cuts baseline and dunks. And Portland trailing only by 2. You know, not to go back to what we were saying early in last night's game. Nice pass by Love there. Here's Batum, another 3 out top. That one just a round and out. Rebound Love.
Blazers not hitting the offensive boards at all. They're going back, trying to stop the fast break.
Martin cut off. Now has it against Aldridge. Matthews is trying to battle Love inside. Now they try the top entry, and Pekovic gets the assist.
When West was working hard, they had a switch there. If they don't allow you to battle back defensively, you're in trouble.
Martin fades from the foul line and hits. Martin dances down the middle. Dante Cunningham sprained his ankle in Boston and was questionable, but as I said earlier about Martin, Cunningham is playing. Martin short on that jumper. Freeland grabs the rebound, threw it away right to Rubio. I don't know what he was trying to do there. Love gets the rebound and dunks. Portland being out-hustled here in the first quarter of this one. Kevin Love on the Portland turnover with the easy dunk. And Terry Stott's going to call timeout again. Here's Love for 3, and it's good.
Yeah,
the Minnesota lead grows.
They set up Barea, set a pick, guard pick, and Blazers just shooting real quick and not doing what they normally do, pass the ball around and get some assists.
Barea. And now Minnesota opening it up against Portland early. Love for 3.
Yeah, when he sits over there on that 3-point, you know, he shoots over 40% from the 3-point line.
Ooh. Blazers tip and nearly steal. Shot clock at 5. Love out 3-point land, puts it on the floor against Freeland, goes up and under and banks it in.
See, the big guys that usually check Kevin Love aren't used to going out on that perimeter and checking him out there.
Love not able to get the 3 away. Pekovic goes around Myers Leonard again, and Nikola Pekovic has had a great first half. 17 points. It's a 27-9 run for Portland, and they have made 10 of their last 15 shots. Love going back inside. Aldridge doesn't buy the fake, and Love gets the roll.
Good, tough shot by the Lake Oswego state champion when he was there.
Cunningham tries to flop. Aldridge talks to him about it a little bit. Now going to fade baseline. Misses it. Rebound. Love inside. Freeland was trying to slide over to grab an offensive board, and Love ended those ideas. 12 rebounds for Love. That foot on the line. As Terry Stott sees that, and Ben Salvatore says, let's look at that one. It looked like, from our angles, we were kind of right down the line of it. Looked like toe on the line, but that's a big answer for Minnesota. Kevin Martin tries to answer, and he does.
Mo Williams goes behind the pick and roll.
3-pointer to start the 4th by Love is good. Portland had been 14-0 against teams below 500, so in other words, winning the games they should win, and that's how they term it. But the Timberwolves get them tonight, 120-109. Blazers score over 100 for the 14th straight game, but allow those 38 second quarter points to Minnesota.
NBA Friday, presented by State Farm, continues from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where the Lakers play their first game since Kobe Bryant's latest injury, hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pekovic, and there's Kevin Love skying for the rebound and the tip-in. He leads the NBA in both rebounding and second chance points. And J.A., you get the sense in talking to the Lakers that they're not concerned. There's been so much talk on the outside that, Kobe should shut it down this year and that maybe Kobe is done for his career. But just being around the Lakers today, you get the sense that he's going to be back in a month. And there's Kevin Martin with the jumper.
Awkward looking jumper, but boy, is this guy an efficient scorer.
Kevin Love double team. And he got it back and sticks a three. He is really shooting it well this year. The Lakers on a 19-9 run. They have 18 paint points. 9 for 9 in the lane as Kevin Love now has 9 points for Minnesota. Young has it taken away by Bamute.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that Nick Young at the point is a great idea for the LA Lakers. Let him just catch and shoot and score. Don't worry about setting people up as Kevin Love does some dirty work in the paint. And what an athlete Wesley Johnson is.
He started his career with Minnesota. Was their first-round pick, 4th overall in 2010 as Rubio gets the layup.
Beautiful pass there by Kevin Love.
Check in with J.A. for more.
Yeah, as you could tell just from the video, Jordan Farmar much closer to coming back than Steve Blake.
Love posting up on Johnson. The pass not there. So back out to Martin. Shot clock at 8. Here's Love, short corner, and Kevin Love now with 20 first half points.
Now, I love how they didn't get up on the mismatch.
Kaman knocks down the jumper. Started his career here in LA with the Clippers. Spent his first 8 years playing with the Clips. Pekovic got great position and scores over Kaman.
Good call, DP.
Gasol from outside, and Pekovic with the board.
Well, that's that mid-range jump shot that Mike D'Antoni would rather see a lot less of. This great spin move there by Kevin Love.
And that's the first basket for Love in the third quarter as Gasol had no shot. Kaman can't finish. Loose ball into the hands of Brewer. The biggest question is, even with a healthy Kobe, would the Lakers be good enough to make the playoffs in the West as Love gets it to go? And a three-point opportunity. Kevin Love with 24 points. Here's Meeks for 3. Who should be the #1 scoring option for the Lakers with this group on the floor?
Well, it's been Nick Young who's been the guy, but Bahamute's put an end to that. Maybe go back to Gasol and let him be the playmaker. Oh, my.
Gasol with the stop after the initial block on the Henry jam attempt. An impressive fourth quarter on both ends by the Lakers. They hold the Wolves without a field goal for the final 5 minutes, 11 seconds. And Kevin Love doesn't score a point in the fourth quarter. A 14-2 close to the game by the Lakers.
It is the holiday season, and nothing says Christmas quite like the warm air of Los Angeles, California. The Timberwolves tipping it up for the final time before Christmas, trying to get back to 500 on the season against the Clippers, who, as we said at the top, haven't lost a Western Conference home game on this floor since before Thanksgiving. Blake Griffin, 25 points in the meeting here and 20 points in the meeting at Target Center as Kevin Love answers right back.
Second chance points is not something they do great. They're in the bottom half. They're 16th in the NBA, 12.7 a game. Offensive rebounding, they're 21st. They don't do a great job offensive rebounding the basketball.
Love, nice touch pass inside to Pekovic. Kevin Love, floater, gets a roll inside. This is actually the Timberwolves' 16th road game already. That's most in the NBA. So the Clippers #2 in road games. Kevin Love beats the buzzer, and an and one for Kevin Love. Ricky Rubio. Jim not showing any signs of wear after turning that ankle. That's good news.
How about that shot? That's the one that Peck has had trouble with.
Martin. Falls into the hands of Kevin Love. Jim, I never got a chance to meet Mark, but I know you met him and knew him quite well.
That was well said by Tom Hanneman. That was a great job by Hanny doing what he does best.
Kevin Love using the glass.
Marvin's daughter, Lauren. Lauren's the granddaughter. Great family.
Kevin Love, back-to-back buckets for the Wolves. Rick Adelman talked about that prior to the game. Said, you know, when we're not shooting it well, then sometimes it affects our defense, and then when we have trouble defensively, it affects our offense. Good offense on that possession, though, as Kevin Love drills it. Love for three, buries the triple. The Wolves needed that one. Love puts it on the floor for Pekovic, who gets a finish.
Kevin Love, nice interior passing that time. That just goes in front of the rim.
Kevin Love with the rebound, another double-double, 25 and 10. No surprise there. Leads the NBA in that category, and Love on the offensive end. And we got a brand new ball game knotted up at 72. Crawford. Brewer ahead of Blake Griffin, doesn't get the finish. Kevin Love stays with the play. Nice hustle by Kevin Love. He'll get an and one opportunity. By the way, the Wolves now with a chance to take the lead. The last time they led, it was 26-24. Very early in the second quarter. And how about a three-point lead? Off the triple from Kevin Love.
Right in front of his dad, too. In case you're wondering, Nikola Pekovic's season high is 30. His career high is 31. It's right on the doorstep.
Yeah, the 30 came the other night against Portland. Shot clock down to 2. Hummel gets some separation, doesn't get it to go. One with a putback.
I love it.
Back to a one-point game, 6-0 run for the Clippers.
See if Minnesota's going to put offense defense here and rotate Martin.
Kevin Love, spin move against Griffin, rattles one in. Love up to 39. 100 seconds to go.
We're going to go two-player game with Love and Martin.
Martin's been on the bench for a while. Love over Griffin, buries it.
Kevin Love is looking like pretty much the all-star in this ball game. He is trying to make his case. 41-16 for Love.
Jamal Crawford takes it right to the rack. Gets the scoop shot to go. Gets it back to a two-point game. And Rick Adelman's going to use a timeout. Rubio will be the inbounder this time. Gets it to Kevin Martin in the backcourt. Martin loses the basketball. Crawford slams it home to tie it up. Oh my. Rubio quickly. 5 seconds. Pekovic. No. Rebound. Loose. Pekovic gets it away in time. We're going to overtime. Wolves need an answer. Pekovic inside. And one for Nikola Pekovic. And he's just matched his career high with 31 points, a chance to exceed it here at the free throw line. Rubio gets it inside to Love. Martin takes the long two and buries it.
He needed that. He needed to make up and atone for a couple mistakes.
Love gets it inside to Pekovic, working on DeAndre Jordan, buries it. And Doc Rivers quickly using a timeout as Pekovic goes up to 34. Crawford gets it back to Chris Paul. Jared Dudley, another wide open look, and Jared Dudley finally hits one of them.
Matter of time. Just a matter of time.
Love works his way in on Hollins. Love knocks it right down. They did it in 4 seconds. Love gets it to Berea. And that's going to do it. 120, 116, the final in overtime here at Staples Center as the Timberwolves fall short against the Clippers.
We are set to go at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the Wizards have dropped 3 straight games to this team. But they beat the Timberwolves November 19th in Washington by 4 points on a very strong second half. Kevin Seraphin, an MRI today on a sore right knee. Test negative, but he won't play tonight.
Unfortunate with Kevin. Like I said, his last 3 games, he was a big part of that bench, being productive and having an impact on the game.
Kevin Love knocks down the jumper. Love coming off a terrific game against the Clippers. Love pulls up on Booker and hits again.
Well, that's what makes him so dangerous is the fact that he can step out and knock down the shot. Even though that wasn't a 3, he has great three-point range, about 38% from that distance.
Love in the paint. Tough shot. What a shot.
Maintains good balance. Even with the bump from Trevor Booker, was able to guide that shot through.
But a bad pass by Webster's picked off by Martin. Love drives, and his short jumper is good.
Keep in mind, both these teams very good at anticipating passes. They're both in the top 10 in steals. Washington that time had their pocket picked.
Washington by 3. Good cut inside, score the field goal, and a foul on the play called on Webster. Terrific pass in the paint. Washington got to 500 at 9-9, and then they dropped 4 games in a row, dropped 4 games below 500, then winning their last 3 all on the road.
Like I said, I mean, they're starting to get healthy, so their bench was a lot more productive because of the depth. You have Nene coming off the bench, Webster coming off the bench.
7-second difference between game and shot clocks. Turnaround's a beauty. Kevin Love gets 2 more. He's got 18 points and 7 rebounds. Brewer inside, off the glass for 2. Corey Brewer playing extremely well in this game as Ariza has his pocket picked by Rubio. Rubio the other way. Love from the corner, good for 3.
5 quick points, just like that. Rubio coming away with the steal.
Schved. Muscled by Nene, lays it up with the English not there. Tipped up and in by Love on a spectacular play. 120-98, Minnesota. So the Wizards will fall to 12-14 on the year, 6-9 on the road, while the Timberwolves will improve to 14-15 overall and 9-4 here at home. They split the season series after Washington got the first game November 19th at Verizon Center by 4. Minnesota wins it handily here in Minneapolis by 22.
Monday night in Minnesota, where the Mavericks at 17-13 visit the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have split their first 30 games. Now a score inside for Martin. Long 2 for Kevin Love. Minnesota in front by 1.
Dirk not able to connect on that turnaround jump shot.
Surprisingly, the only Mav starter yet to score, Dirk.
That won't last.
No. Post up for Love, hook shot.
Just so crafty, so skilled down low. Oh, that's too easy.
Back door, Kevin Martin.
A nice cut. Nobody home on the backside of the defense that time.
Vince Carter came in for the Mavs at the timeout. Nowitzki with his customary rest at the middle of the first quarter. Love inside pivots, drives, bank shot.
Again, he has all of the shots, Mark, in his repertoire. He can use that glass, work on the block, shoot it from 3.
Martin nowhere to go on the baseline. Mavericks lead it by 5 here with about 8 minutes gone by. Double team. Love still tossed the shot in.
So a shot is going to have to push him off that block a little bit. When you let him get that deep, he can shoot that jump hook like he was just able to do. You don't want him to get that deep in the lane.
Love, it's a 3. This year he's shooting 38.5% from long distance. 2 teams separated by 2 games in the standings. Minnesota's already won the first 2 matchups. Dallas, if they can win tonight and win in March, would even the season series. And if a tiebreaker ever came into play later on this year at the end of the season for playoff seeding or getting in, then conference record then goes to the second. That's the second tiebreak, and Dallas is better than Minnesota in that regard. Sean Marion, he's had 2 games this year where he's hit the 20-point plateau. 6 double-doubles this season. Marion's averaging 11 points a game. Has 19 in the first half. 3 on the shot clock. And it is Love having to step back ahead.
Just say good shot on that one. The defense was pretty darn good. That's just a better shot by Love, fading away from the basket.
Boyer against Pekovic. Pekovic, nope. And the rebound ends up flying out to Love for a bank shot putback. Marion, same spot. Rubio. Inside, Kevin Love. And after Dallas's quick burst, you've got Minnesota back to within 6. Kevin Love on the turnaround.
It's just so tough down there to handle, Mark.
Brea made a 3 in the first half. He will give it up to Love for a long 2-pointer. Dirk against the rookie, Robbie Hummel. Got doubled. Finds Vince Carter. Long three late in the clock. Love fires the outlet pass up. Brewer.
He's the best in the league at that, Mark.
Some bench guys in there for Minnesota. Can the Mavs capitalize? Crowder nearly stole it. It goes to Robbie Hummel. Corner three, in and out. Cunningham blows a chippy. Love does it. Dirk to drive. Dirk to score.
Mixing it up right now. Dirk looking inside for his baskets.
I got a feeling that we're going to see some vintage Dirk tonight coming here in the fourth quarter, man.
Well,
knows his team needs it in this game. They lead on a Love three. Got to bring it home now. They've done the heavy lifting to get in front. Pass over the top. Oh, my.
That's just good high-low basketball. Bigs that can pass the ball like a guy like Pekovic and Love, they can really execute that.
3 seconds. Dallas up 2. Flinging it into the corner. It is Love. And Love. The game is over. The game is over. Marion makes a defensive play. Heard a whistle, but the game is over. There's no foul. And Dallas has won it. It's all over.
Back in downtown Minneapolis for the first time in 2014, the Timberwolves ready to play some basketball against the New Orleans Pelicans. Both teams looking to get back to 500 with a victory here tonight. Anthony Davis showing off the range, not that time. Corey Brewer with the rebounds. Timberwolves playing consecutive games at Target Center for the first time since before Thanksgiving, and Kevin Love on the board.
A little misdirection there. Kevin Love slipping to the basket that time. Defined by Rubio, top notch.
Steamsman has it taken away by Kevin Love. Alexei Shved back for Love for the throwdown. And the Wolves go back on top. Rubio inside for Kevin Love. Love working his way in, and Love drops it down.
He's gotten so good at that right-handed left shoulder to the jump hook, hasn't he?
Mamute gets the feed from Kevin Love, and an and-one opportunity for Luke Richard Mamute. Timberwolves only 1 second chance point in this game. Pekovic, Corey Brewer tracks it down. Fresh shot clock for Minnesota. Extra pass, Kevin Love will take it in on Anthony Davis, hangs in the air and buries it. What was the degree of difficulty on that play?
That was difficult.
Tyreek Evans takes it in on Corey Brewer. Martin the other way. Reverse lay-in, good. Timberwolves opening up their largest lead of the night here. It has ballooned to 18. Tyreek to Anthony Davis. He hits Eric Gordon. He misses badly. Love the outlet for Brewer. Corey with a finger roll finish.
Finally gets on the scoreboard as well.
And Monty Williams is going to have to use a timeout as the Timberwolves have opened up a 20-point lead. Wow, what a pass by Rubio. And Kevin Love with a finish inside.
Kevin Love is slowly getting his performance tonight upgraded from solid to really good.
Kevin Love, of course, coming into this game has gone 25 points or more in 11 straight games. That's the longest streak in the league this season, and a Minnesota Timberwolves franchise record. 3 more gets him closer to that number. He's up to 17. Kevin Love inside, draws the foul.
This is the way you get over, losing a tough game, and against the Dallas Mavericks, Minnesota lost a tough one, but you come back and you beat a really good New Orleans team. This is a team that I'm very impressed with the way Minnesota played in this game.
Time the Thunder faced Kevin Love. Love 4 out of 14. Again, he hit his first 3 shots, was 1 for his last 10. But when they played in this building on November the 1st, they had 24 points. Was 8 of 8 at the free throw line. You're 30 games into the season. Maybe as a coaching staff, you don't like to lose the game, but you'll risk the result to give those guys the experience that will pay off down the road. Here, Brewer backs Durant all the way into the lane and scores on the hook. Skip past to Cephalosha, right up and into it, throws an air ball over everything for 3. Thunder shooting 4 out of 13. Kevin Love, the angle 3, part of his bread and butter. He scores.
I mean, literally, Rubio was at the basket. Reggie Jackson fell down, and he still decided to pass the ball out for a three-point shot rather than take the open layup.
Love goes to work, separates on Collison and scores.
Nice work by the Timberwolves. Love gets that deep. He's shooting over 50%. That's the big reason why.
And all of a sudden, yeah, Durant 3 of 10 from the floor, but 6 of 6 from the stripe. He's got 12 points in the first.
He's already got Corey Brewer in foul trouble. I think he's going to put Hummel in the same thing.
He's going to pummel Hummel is what you're trying to say. Kevin Love rocks back and scores 8 each points and rebounds. Lamb outside long. Don't see Jeremy Lamb miss too many like that. Occupied. So he looks for a close-in option, and it is Pekovic. On the other hand, there is finesse, and Kevin Martin, no stranger to the finesse game. Kevin Love has his 3rd assist. Cephalosha down Main Street. No, Love with the rebound. Long outlet pass to Kevin Martin. Derek Fisher can only get out of his way. The Timberwolves with a 10-point lead, 11 unanswered to the home team's largest lead of the night. Love, and one for Kevin Love. Minnesota is just getting what it wants down low. 52 points in the paint. Steal by Love. And the run-out basket for Brewer. The Thunder now on the wrong side of the equation. 17 turnovers against 16 assists. December the 1st, as we mentioned at the beginning of the ball game, was where Kevin Durant began his run in the NBA Player of the Month. Kevin Love rocks back and scores from 3.
Steven Adams, wait a minute, BD. Steven Adams is actually out there limping. I don't know if the Thunder. Again, another late rotation.
Durant fed by Collison beautifully. Pekovic has his 10th rebound, 25 points and 10 boards. Love inside from Rubio scores to make it a 2-possession advantage for Minnesota. Love left by himself. Kevin Love knocks it down from 3. Ibaka as the shot clock winds down. Tough shot for Serge. He had the game-time basket with 5.8 seconds remaining on Thursday night. Big bucket here. We're tied at 100.
That had a little Olajuwon mixed in there, that turnaround.
Love off the screen. Scores from 3. Kevin Love has 5 makes beyond the arc tonight. Thunder 8-4 in games decided by 6 points or fewer. Kevin Love and company 2-8 in games that end in 2-possession margins.
Stay tight. Stay tight.
Challenged by Ibaka, and he's equal to the challenge to tie the ball game at 109. Love with 28 points. Once again on the block. Love attacking and scoring. And 1. Durant on the handle.
Lamb, be ready for a shot because their defenders will go with KD.
Lamb screens, re-screens. Durant runs away from it, steps back and scores! Cold-blooded! Oh, so cold-blooded! Durant with 4 seconds remaining. Durant, oh, Perkins got it! They call a foul! That's a 3-shot foul on Perkins.
He may miss it on purpose.
And he does, but he missed the backboard. It did not hit the rim. That's a violation. Thunder basketball. Derek Fisher is backed that away. Durant going to break away, and Cunningham's going to foul him. And a good job by the Timberwolves to tie him up with 1.8 seconds remaining. And that's the dagger right there. Lead him with 48 points on the night. A season-high 48 points and a congratulatory hug from his friend Kevin Love. And the Thunder comes roaring back from 13 points down to win this ball game by 4, 115-111.
Back here in Philadelphia, just about set for basketball. The Timberwolves and the Philadelphia 76ers for the second and final time this season. Of course, the Timberwolves taking the first meeting.
It's especially tough. It's not so bad for power forwards having to go out and guard Kevin Love because they're used to stretch fours playing against him. As Thaddeus Young doesn't get out there to Kevin Love, and he makes him pay.
Peck ranks in the top 3 in every major category that you would
be concerned with for an NBA center. He's in the top 3 in scoring, top 3 in field goal percentage, top 3 in free throws made. You know, why not Pekovic get a little run for the All-Star game as Corey Brewer knocks down a triple? Final 48 seconds here in Philadelphia. There's the first half.
There's a Jim Pete big hit floating around. That's frightening. You see it.
Kevin Love looking for a triple. Buries it.
This is fun. 70 points in the first half for Minnesota.
Look at Roney.
Very few teams have an inside game like Minnesota has. And again, the teams they beat were good teams, but come on. I mean, Minnesota has a tandem that very few teams have as Kevin Martin knocks down a jump shot.
Well, and they've also got the outside game going here tonight. Now 10 of 14 from beyond the arc. Pekovic inside. The thing Brett Brown loves about Thaddeus Young is he says, you know what, he's a gentleman. A lot of talk, Jim, about Thaddeus Young wanting to get traded here in Philadelphia. And he came out a couple of weeks ago, in fact, about 8 games ago, and said, hey, I want to stay right here as Kevin Love buries a triple, and that's the 11th made 3 of the game for the Timberwolves.
There's the great Harvey Pollack. Got a little photo op with him, tweeted out my picture with Harvey Pollack today. One thing he told me I didn't know, he's the stats guru, of course, and he was there when Will Chamberlain scored 100 points and all that kind of stuff. He's a guy that sports fans and NBA fans in particular, stats geeks, need to give a little credit and give thanks to as Kevin Love makes a really tough shot going to his right shoulder.
On the season, Minnesota's 25th in the NBA in three-point shooting, just under 34%.
It's been worse. A season ago, maybe. You don't have to go back very far.
No.
Kevin Martin gives it up for Kevin Love. Do we have a Baker's dozen? Indeed we do. Rubio for Brewer, unable to get the finish, but the putback by Kevin Love.
And I know that one thing that Brett Brown is really upset with right now is second chance points.
Young's got Ronny Turioff to beat. Young throws it over his shoulder. Ill-advised shot. He falls into the cameras and is slow to get up. Wolves have 4 on 5 temporarily. See if Rubio can take advantage. Love, head fake for the 3. Banks it in! Banks in the triple. A new single-game season high gets extended for the Wolves up to 14, and Love's going to have a chance for a 4-point play.
The funny thing about that is that we are right on line with this shot. Where Kevin Love takes this shot is literally, we are parallel with Kevin Love on this shot. And for him to kiss it off the glass is an impossibility from where he shot it from. But yet he still does it. That was amazing. Wow. A leap and leaner from just right at the break area of the three-point line.
Love up to 24 points.
That's phenomenal.
Wow, that was a sloppy turnover. Alexei Shved out in front of everybody throws it down. Timberwolves 103 points and counting here in this third quarter, and the Boo Birds are out now in Philly.
What a great night.
Bottle this one up if you're a Timberwolves fan.
Yes.
They win it in impressive fashion, 126-95. 16 made threes, 2 shy of the franchise single-game record.
Look at Pekovic. He's just a tough customer. That's going to be some battle in the paint tonight. Kings ball to begin the game, which means they'll have the ball to start the fourth quarter as well. Now Love with a 3. Kevin Love, that's what he loves to do. No pun intended. Timberwolves coming off a loss at San Antonio, and there's Rubio, and he hits a corner 3. Pekovic. Love tees up a 3. 2-point game. Well, there's the versatility of Kevin Love.
Well, he's just a great player. I mean, really, at the end of the day, highly skilled.
Rolls off the iron for Isaiah Thomas. And look at that. Boy, you want to talk about changing the ends of the floor. He found Brewer for the layup. The one thing that works against Minnesota at the start of the third quarter when they're trailing, they're only 2-13.
Yeah, that's why you have the record you have when you have a 5-point win, Martin. You're just not winning any close games. But as I said, there's Kevin Martin, a well-designed play coming off that pin down, curling into the lane.
Rudy Gay. In and out. Rebound, Pekovic. Rubio's shot is partially blocked. Love Oh, what a shot by Kevin Love. A thing of beauty.
Unbelievable. I had nowhere to put it, but he found somewhere anyway with the little flip.
How about that pass by DeMarcus? Rudy Gay missed it. Pekovic has it with 3:25 left here in the third. And Love with the layup. Timeout, Sacramento. Love. Thompson went for the steal and missed it, and that you can't do.
And Kevin Love is bringing his team back. 19 points, 10 rebounds. That's the kind of player he is. Just simply fills the stat sheet little by little.
Here's Kevin Love.
Boy, Kevin Love.
He's good, isn't he?
He is really good.
Nice job. I think Cousins actually partially blocked that, and Pekovic still scored the ball. Pekovic gets in close.
A great pass from Kevin Love, finding Pekovic right at the rim.
Cousins working on Pekovic. Nice move and the basket. What a strong move by DeMarcus Cousins.
Good execution there. Nice call. Coach Mike Malone made sure he got the ball where he wanted and got the delivery pass inside to Cousins one-on-one.
104-99. Here's Love. Wow. 2-point game. 5 on the clock. Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay silences the crowd here in Minneapolis. Oh, boy. That's 33 for Gay and a 5-point lead. Here's Love. Wow. What a shot. And he didn't use a lot of time. We're right back where we were. 2-point game. Rudy Gay. And now the Kings are going to hold and get the foul. Boy, how about Kevin Love? What a shot that was. He's got 27. Boy, clutch free throws by DeMarcus Cousins. Barea. And that's the one thing you really can't do there because now with 4.6, they can make it a 1-point game. Jerry, I wonder if they try to miss this intentionally with only 4.6 seconds and no timeouts left.
I think that's exactly what he's done. No, I guess not.
1-point game. Thomas. Now let's see if they foul. 4.1. Minnesota out of timeouts. Barea. And that will do it. Oh boy, a nail biter here. The Kings hold on and they win it 111-108.
Timberwolves come in, having beaten Utah twice in the past week. Ricky Rubio, Kevin Martin, Corey Brewer, Kevin Love, Nikola Pekovic.
Let's watch Kevin Martin tonight. He loves Oracle Arena.
Up a deep 2. Kevin Love at 25 a game, the 4th leading scorer in the NBA. Can't live allowing 27 a game at 64% shooting in the first quarter. And so far, it's even worse, 70% for Minnesota in the first 4 minutes.
Isolation for Martin. He beats a pretty good defender.
Missing there. This is where Minnesota is special. Love on the glass.
I tell you, that double-headed guy in Love and Pekovic, they just climb the board. They're just terrific rebounders because of positioning.
Warriors have cooled off Minnesota just a bit. Kevin Love. Out as a power forward, become an amazing 3-point shooter. I mean, he's nearly 40% from beyond the arc. You guys just kind of had a nice moment there.
Rick's
stayed there.
He's not going to.
Mavericks is incredible.
Yeah, now Rick's not going to go to Mavericks, but he's darn good.
Alexei Shved checking in with J.J. Barea to play with Love, Pekovic, and Brewer. Doubling Love now, which means you got to find Brewer moving without the ball.
And you're talking about him shooting the 3, 6 a game. Is there any other player, maybe in the history of the league, that combines the power and the force inside to go along with finesse on the perimeter? Corey Brewer just fronting everything with concept. Oh, he went back door and they had it for a moment, and that was a bad risk.
Rubio leads the league in steals, comes up with one there, and then Martin is fouled and puts it in. Kevin Love remained in the game. Pekovic missing there. Love a one-handed rebound and the foul.
Well, he got healed very fast.
David Lee and Kevin Love 19 apiece. Differences and inside is Pekovic putting it in.
They're going to zone there, and somehow Pekovic got the ball deep.
Minnesota's led by as many as 8. Warriors have led by 4. Love double team. Fades and banks it in.
He just got position underneath there. Rubio threw him a bounce pass.
Love didn't want the 3. Pekovic laying it in. Rubio took it away from Curry. Rubio to Love, and he's fouled. He lays it in.
You can see that three-point play coming.
They want Love. David Lee's playing with 5 fouls. They double team him.
They forgot about
Got
that.
nowhere to go. It squirts free. Rubio, that's his first fourth quarter field goal since December 16th. He hasn't had a bucket in the fourth quarter in over a month. Warriors are they're shooting 55% and down 4. Rubio splits a pair. Iguodala 3, and he's fouled, and a chance to tie it. Iguodala hits them both.
Well, you just try to play the best defense possible.
Now Barea is in instead of Rubio.
He got hurt and they want to shoot him.
Minnesota elects not to take a timeout. 4-second game shot clock. Warriors up 1.
They've forgotten all about Martin here. And now they go to him.
Kevin Martin from deep. So Martin puts Minnesota up, and the Warriors will get the final shot. 8 seconds is a lot of time.
Brewer just shading over on Curry.
Curry's got it. Double screen. Down to 5. Over Love. They double him. Harrison Barnes deep 2. Rims out.
Oh, no.
And Minnesota wins by 1.
Bulls basketball on Comcast Sportsnet is presented by Country Financial. Bulls win the tap and go to work. Minus Noah, sent home with flu-like symptoms. Jumper from outside.
Well, that's going to be a tough matchup because Kevin Love can step out to that three-point range. Oh, my goodness. That was a step-back 3.
Kevin Love right over Taj. That's a tough cover for Taj Gibson there because he can play, Love can, inside or out.
And he's a very good passer as well.
Yep. Maybe the best passing big man in the league. Here comes Brewer, and he's got Love on the run. And just like that, 10-4. Now Martin against Butler. Love forced the switch. Martin fires. That's good.
Wow, that was right in Taj's face. And he's a very good three-point shooter.
Butler to Taj, or to Boozer. That's blocked. And we run the other way. Oh, my goodness. This is like,
it's like a rugby game.
Yeah, like playing hot potato.
Oh,
Turioff.
A 12-2 run right now by Minnesota. There's a turnover.
And it's ahead to Love, and he's not going to get in trouble this time. Butler waved at it as he ran by, but Love hammered it down with the right hand. Taj, they showed double team and then blocked by Turioff and into the hands of Barea.
That's where Taj's got to come with that right hand jump hook.
Shot up and good underneath by Love. Tough shot in some traffic, but he made it anyway. 25-20. Chavez is checked into the game as well for Minnesota. DJ finds Taj. He raises up with a jumper, missed it. Rebound Buttinger. He tipped it right to his teammate Love. Barea whipped out. Love goes up and funnels that home.
I'll tell you what, Kevin Love is having a field day right now.
13 points on 6 of 11 shooting. Rubio out front. Now they flip it to Love, high post. He turns, fires, scores.
Man,
he's good, isn't he?
Kevin Love is improved
He's
every year.
He's the real deal.
You got to keep an eye on Kevin Martin. He can hit some big shots.
But he's also missed a bunch of them tonight. Here's Love, inside, up and good. He just powered up and scored. And a timeout. Augustine into the front court and then fires one and missed it short. So the final, the T-Wolves 95, the Bulls 86.
And then I talked to Kevin Love on one of my shows on NBA radio, and you know what he said? He's inclusive. That's what he said about his coach. When I asked him about what's it like playing for Rick Adelman, Kevin Love said, you know what? He asked for our input, our suggestions. That's a dream for a player. Ricky Martin is the guy, or Kevin Martin rather, is the guy you got to worry about.
I was going to say, who is Ricky Martin?
Right, Kevin Martin.
Oh, yeah. You got music on the mind, huh?
Well, you know what? We were actually listening to some music earlier tonight. Pelicans have started with 3 turnovers and an 0 for 3 start.
So far, they're not letting them get away. They're defending and rebounding the ball so far.
Man, Love protected it. Took it away first from Aminu, protected it against Steamsma. It'll be Kevin Love. The advantage inside, a little jump hook. Love held up. They're going to call a hold on Withy. So they count the basket on a strange play to say the least. And Miami's still good, but I think other teams have caught up. Kevin Love, his free throw doesn't look like that, does he?
No, it looks good. You know, I was watching him shoot before the game and puts a lot of work into that.
Now Gordon with Aminu. He deserves it after that play. Floater, use the glass. You know, a lot of guys bank those on the run. Brewer.
Yeah, I can't really talk about a floater. I never had one, so I'm not even going to begin to say shoot it off the glass or shoot it straight in.
Love wanted to go inside. It's Barea free on the arc. Too good a look. Way too good a look. He just came in for Ricky Rubio. So they're still over on the side looking at Brian Roberts as Austin Rivers has checked into the game. Barea got away on the run. Austin Rivers, a one-man break. Yes, but he doesn't get it to go. He's sliced his way through.
Yeah, 2 guys down and
And Love
advantage.
is going to get a layup out of it.
You know, that's the kind of stuff you work on in practice.
Gordon trying to find some space with a step back. Boy, good shove. Kevin
Good
Martin.
shove, yes.
Man. Wow. They got to let him play then. Nobody there. Brewer beat him to the spot and give Kevin Love credit with that quick butted in.
And the Pelicans only have 9 assists. Nobody with more than 2 all night. Well, you can't get an assist if no one is making any baskets.
That's tough.
Last night they had 27 for the game, and they would have to hustle to get to that number.
Yeah, Kevin Love puts him up now by 9, as they say. It was a long 2. Minnesota starts with the ball to begin the 4th, and welcome back once again. Looking for their second in this back-to-back as Kevin Love out of the timeout. They set it up out of the break, and they got what they wanted.
Yeah, he set the first screen, then rolled round to the baseline.
Scott Brooks is going to be the coach of the West. That was determined over the last 24, 48 hours after the Portland loss. Kevin Love again filling it up. And it's up to 9 now with the first 2 buckets of the 4th.
You can expect him to get going.
Aminu gambled, and the bounce entry got to Love. It's back to 11.
Well, we saw the Mississippi River out there. Maybe he'd be out there ice fishing.
No. It'll be. Don't do that. And count the basket. Morrow with the foul. Rubio's going to get a free throw out of that. The Cunningham make.
If you can't make baskets, it's really hard to win a game. And they still almost figured it out.
Yeah.
Almost figured out a way.
30 points for Kevin Love. That's his 12th game of 30 points or more. 30 points, 14 boards, 5 assists. So it's also his 9th game of, well, he didn't get 15 boards. That's right. 1 board shy.
Right.
It's amazing the way he fills it up all night.
Minnesota Timberwolves at 23 and 22 with Ricky Rubio, Kevin Martin. Rony Turiaf gets his 2nd start of the season. No Nikola Pekovic tonight, and not for the foreseeable future. Kevin Love, Corey Brewer for Rick Adelman. Love got to step against everybody and got to the rim. They're a very good offensive rebounding team. They're playing their 2nd game without Nikola Pekovic. Bursitis in his right ankle. His return unknown at this point. Indefinitely out is what we've been told. Kevin Love, voted an all-star starter, and I think deservedly so. Grizzlies trying to win a 12th game in the month of January. That would tie the winningest January in club history. As Kevin Martin is carrying the torch for Minnesota at the moment with 6. Grizzlies also won 12 games in January of 2005. Love going right at Randolph. Gasol upset with himself. Martin. Gasol lost it to Love. Rubio finds Love for the easy one. Hustle by Kevin Love, manufacturing a bucket for Minnesota. 11 for Randolph, 6 boards as well. Grizzlies their largest lead of the night at 59-43. Love with the hook.
You see why he's an all-star. He can take the ball out to the three-point line.
Love had 30 in the first matchup. He's just now in double figures with 10. Randolph goes at him, and good defense by Love.
He's done a good job of defending Zebo the entire night.
That pass behind the back. Turiaf not ready for it. Love for 3. Put it in. And Love is gutting it out. That gait is not normal. He's favoring that left ankle somewhat. Love with 7 of his 13 here in the third will rise and fire.
The gait might not be right, but that wrist is not, there's not a problem with it.
As good as the Grizzlies were in the first, they're struggling here in the third. And Love has got the torch. Grizzlies 4 turnovers in the last 6 possessions.
They had 5 turnovers in the entire first half.
Love, another 3. Good again. 22 and 11 for Love.
Ricky Rubio had caused havoc.
And Berea gets free off the feed from Kevin Love. 1-point game. Love for the lead. And from 16 down, Minnesota has the lead.
I think it makes this Grizzlies team a little bit bigger. Courtney Lee going over top of screens with Berea can contest a little better.
Love with the fadeaway. And it's all good for Kevin Love here in the second half. He had 6 at the break, 20 here in the second half. Love making 9 straight. But the Grizzlies will take home a 94-90 win. That was a lot harder than it appeared it would be early in the third quarter.
The Minnesota Timberwolves, some question about whether or not Kevin Love would play tonight after tweaking his ankle last night, but he is in the starting lineup alongside Rubio, Martin, Brewer, and Ronny Turiaf making his 3rd straight start. Elton Brand off a season-high 18 points last night in Philadelphia with the miss.
How about those 2 bookends? Elton Brand and Paul Millsap.
Rubio, nice feed inside for Turiaf. Brand sends it the other way. Yeah, that's a lot of defense side, isn't it?
Well, it's also undersized at both positions. I mean, Elton Brand has always been kind of an undersized 4-5. Then Ricky Rubio gets the steal, gets the right hand in the passing lane, cuts back door, gets the left hand with the steal, and then the pass down court to Corey Brewer as Kevin Love knocks down the baseline jump shot. What's it worth, to get into the playoff hunt? You bring in Al Jefferson. He does a great job dropping numbers for you. I think there's a lot of people that say he's not the most efficient guy. He's not blocking shots or whatever, but he is actually blocking shots this year. 1.2 a game. I just think that getting the value for the dollar, being able to get a Marco Bellinelli for $5.5 million within 2 years is just a complete steal as Love makes another tough shot.
8-0 run for the Timberwolves. Now Martin from the field, and Scott brings down the rebound, but Rubio knocks it away, and the Timberwolves fortunate as they get a bounce off of Jason Phillips, and it ends up in the hands of Kevin Love for the finish.
Good use of the pump fake again. We saw both Kevin Love and Dante Cunningham last night use the pump fake.
Fed the 3 a little long. Love with the rebound. And Love able to get it to go, and an and one opportunity for Kevin Love. But you saw the points off turnovers there a moment ago, Jim. 17 in the quarter for the Atlanta Hawks, 26 in the game. We were ready with all that information. Chase Budinger. Ricky Rubio comes in with the rebound. Second chance for the Wolves. Kevin Love, nice extra passing by the Timberwolves underneath the basket. It's back to a 6-point margin. Feed inside. Love knocks it down and 1 for Kevin. And he goes up to 30 points. Scott for 3.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Scott 32% from 3-point range on the season. That's his first in 2 tries here tonight, but Jimmy has been much better there over the last 3 games, 50%, but the answer quickly on the other end. And Kevin Love, his first career-made 3-pointer in this building. Still the Timberwolves with a chance. Got to get something on this possession. Love with Iona on him. Takes it inside and spins it in.
Sometimes I think Kevin Love feels like he's out there by himself.
Love the triple. And the Wolves back within 3. Alexei Shved. Love with the rebound up and in with 18.9. Well, that'll do it here in Atlanta. 121-13. Tom Hanneman, the Timberwolves fall below 500 on the season.
Battle of the Gonzaga centers, and it's won by the Lakers. And by the way, Steve Nash, oldest player in the NBA, will turn 40 this Friday when we're in Philadelphia. Again, in that first game in Los Angeles, the Timberwolves scored 47 points. And Kevin Love and Kevin Martin combined for 34 points. And right here, they've combined for the first 5.
Keep in mind, Nick is a scorer, not a shooter. So he can have nights where his percentages are not there. He's the guy that just puts points on the board.
And so does Kevin Love. He's 4th in the NBA in points, 2nd in rebounding, and 1st in double-double, 40 of them. Again, the Lakers have won 12 straight games here in Minnesota. Corey Brewer.
Here's one of their unsung guys.
Bounce pass. Nash, baseline. He's got another bucket.
Yeah, what's been impressive about Nash is his wind. I mean, he's been running. He doesn't really look like he's laboring. And, you know, he had leg injuries. So that's not, it's hard to keep your lungs going basketball-wise when you can't really get out and do the running.
The 2-time league MVP is coming up on 8 minutes played as Kevin Love hits it. We've got a timeout. Here's Kevin Martin. Oh, no, look pass under Love. He puts it up and in. Kevin Martin gets the assist. So those two, once again, they're scoring all the points, it seems, for this Minnesota team. Love up and under and through to score. Yeah, well, 2 Lakers draped all over
when
him.
you're double teaming on the post, you can ill afford to let anybody split you in.
Again, bothered by a sore ankle, Kevin Love turned it over when he ran into Nick Kalapis the other night in Memphis. 43 points, 19 rebounds in that game the other night, but they get another opportunity. Love from the outside, so he doesn't get the free throws, but he gets a 3-point shot.
Steve Nash, they thought looked pretty good. They were not planning on playing him that many minutes, but he told Mike D'Antoni that he felt good to keep him in the game, and he did. 16 minutes. We weren't sure he was going to play that in the whole game, so that might be the small silver lining, getting Steve Nash back in the game action.
Yeah, that was a real nice silver lining. Let's hope it is something that doesn't come back to bite him tomorrow morning as Kevin Love starts the half the way I guess he started the first half with a basket.
Knocking it down. Steve waits and comes around a pick. Goes right back to Sacco. Little jump up is short. Minnesota's got numbers if they want it. Moving down the floor. Rubio does get it. Back now from Corey Brewer. Love from distance. That's 11 turnovers for the Lakers tonight. They have been averaging only 10 turnovers, a little over 10 turnovers the last 5 games. Really way down for them, average of 15 per. Kevin Martin, remember he was the super sub when he was at OKC. Oh, wide open is Johnson. He misses as he challenged Kevin Love. Love came over, so that's 2 times in the quarter now. Wesley Johnson has missed right at the rim. This one bowled over to Love, right back to Martin. Under 2 minutes to play. And Kevin Martin delivers right there, and it's 105-95. And Minnesota's going to lead this season series 2-1 with the final game coming up here March 28th. The Lakers and the Wolves. Final score here tonight. Lakers fall 109-99.
Time to take a look at the starting lineups for the Timberwolves. That Ricky Martin backcourt. Ricky Rubio, Kevin Martin. Corey Brewer will play the 3. Kevin Love having an outstanding season, an all-star. Then Ronny Turiaf starts at center for the injured Nikola Pekovic. Well, it's not often that you hear a head coach, when you ask him what they're concerned about, as Love gets free for 2, tell you, I'm concerned about the outlet passes.
Oh, you have to be.
And that's what Monty Williams, New Orleans head coach, was concerned about with Kevin Love, those outlet passes. Tom Benson, you saw the owner of the Pelicans there taking it in with a smoothie as Kevin Love connects plus a foul. Babbitt on the ball fake, steps in, kicks out, shot clock down to 1. Roberts doesn't see it. Gordon, they say he got it away in time. Babbitt keeps it alive, and Cunningham just rips it away.
Yeah, Cunningham is really hustling. He's doing a nice job here tonight.
Love with the seal inside and the floater.
How about the ball fake? He knows that he has no elevation tonight. You can see it. He's struggling with the paint.
Babbitt, good ball fake, sets himself up. Here's Rubio on the rebound.
He's cold right now. He's got to understand. Look, come on. Davis is having a great game, and so is Gordon.
Love gets the roll plus the foul, somehow spun it home.
Muscle. Once again, that's what we're talking about. When they play, they call that horns. 2 players are up at the top of the circle. Now that's a nice drive by Kevin Love. Glad to see him opening up here a little bit.
Here's Martin. Love at Davis on the move. Nice find to Turioff for the flush.
Pretty pass. That's a part of Love's game that he doesn't get enough credit. He sees the plays, he can make the pass.
Gordon shaking his head, working on Buttinger, wants the matchup, takes it inside, left it short. Love with the beautiful feed.
What a pass.
Brewer leaking out for the flush.
Yeah, that's Kevin Love at his best. He just threw the ball over 80 feet like a rope, and then you have Brewer releasing.
Love trying to clean it up inside, does, and the foul.
So Kevin says, Yubi, I got a 3 right here. The old-fashioned way, right?
What was once a 12-point deficit in this second half is now a 7-point lead. Rubio, a rare 3 for Ricky Rubio, and he cuts the Pelicans' lead to 4. And the Pelicans, with a massive fourth-quarter comeback, take down Minnesota, 98-91 the final.
Welcome back to Target Center, everybody. We are set for basketball on a Monday night. The Houston Rockets, for the first time this season in downtown Minneapolis, against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Wolves have won 2 of their last 3 meetings against Houston in this building. 7-0 run right now for the Rockets. Love gets it over Jones, and Kevin Love with his second bucket of the night. Love turns that turnover into some quick points for the Wolves. His foot was on the line, so a long 2.
JJ's drives this year have been less profitable for Minnesota than they have been in years past. Not been able to finish at the rim at the rate he had been. Kevin Love, good shot for him. Good spacing of the floor for Minnesota as well. My dunking days are over. It's done.
Hey man, I'm Nerf dunking all the time with Brendan, so.
3 guys in double figures for Houston. Hart, Howard, and Parsons. Kevin Love, another hoop.
Of course, Houston will light you up in the paint. 3rd in the league coming into the night.
Those live ball turnovers that kill you. You know, and I think that Rick Adelman does a great job of managing. He's always done it. I mean, he's always manufactured wins by finding combinations of players that work together. And part of it, you want to keep Love in with some of those second-line guys. You want to keep him in there, your best player in your team, keep him in there with those second-line guys. He ends up playing pretty much the whole first and third quarters as Love knocks down another shot here.
Fed. Love off the Berea feed. He'll take the 2 and make the 2. And Kevin Love is up to 29 points.
Unbelievable. Corey Brewer starting to do a little bit of what he did last ball game for Minnesota when he led him in scoring at 26.
Love. Well, an impressive performance tonight, that's for sure, as Houston improves to 2-0 on the season against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tom Adam in the final score, 107-89, the Rockets.
Meanwhile, for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Ricky Rubio and Chase Buttinger in the backcourt. Kevin Martin is out with a broken thumb. Ronny Turioff is in the middle. Nikola Pekovic has a right ankle. Kevin Love and Corey Brewer. Chandler over to Foy. Dump it into Hickson. Hickson guarded by Love.
Rubio and Brewer will gamble on steals.
Hickson has a shot deflected by Love, and here comes Ricky Rubio. Backhand lay-in good by Love. 9-0. Rubio known as an outstanding passer. There's one there. The tip no by Turioff. Buttinger off the glass. And the tip in is good.
Now 2 offensive rebounds on that set, and if you're guarding Kevin Love, you almost get to the point where you're not even worried about rebound, but you're keeping him from getting there.
Cross it over to Love. Falling out of bounds, nails it. Kevin Love with a 3-pointer. He shoots 36.5%, which is outstanding for a big guy. Turioff has the dunk. Now Kevin Love, long distance, and he knocks in a 2-pointer. Hamilton around his man, floated up, missed it.
Got to get that just a little bit higher up. Love. And Love nails it.
In transition. And unlike a lot of big men, he'll float out to that three-point line.
Mozgov shot is off, and Brewer takes about 8 steps and dunks it.
That's what Brewer does. He sees you get a run out. He knows he can get 2 or 3 run-outs a game.
Here comes Love.
Just the one time you don't get the hedge out, you go right around it, and then you're playing catch-up. But you got Minnesota shooting over 57%. So there's an issue.
Buttinger, and he knocks down the 3.
Look what good things happen, but that's all defense.
Got to stick with it now. Underneath, and Fareed off the board, goaltender. There's an art to hedging out on the screen and roll and not fouling.
And especially a guy that will run into you and accentuate. So you've got to, if you're going to step out as Love hits a 3, you got to step out sooner. Or if you're going to pop him, pop him.
Yeah.
You know, send a message.
Love. And Love shooting well.
Tonight it's a little struggle. 10 of 19, Minnesota for the three-point line.
It'll be interesting to see where they end up. Love will fade away. That's good. Nuggets blitzing on the pick and roll now. Love. And another 3.
Now there's certain guys you don't forget about. And Denver was doing a good job chasing, but then they just forget about the one guy. And even Walker was showing the Foy thing, he just puts the ball above his hands. Well, the defense not doing anything special. They're doing what they do.
Dante Cunningham knocks it through. And another one drops. Dante Cunningham. Extra pass. Miller, no. Mozgov tries to bat it. Here comes Barea.
Got to quit batting.
Wide open is Barea. And he hits the 3. Of course, there's a lot of speculation about Kevin Love. And will he stay or will he go? Of course, he's a big fan favorite here, but there's been rumors about leaving as a free agent, perhaps to LA. That's the most talked about place. As he went to UCLA, knows the LA lifestyle as Barea banks it in. And the Nuggets are going to finish 0-4 on the road trip. The loss drops them to 24 and 27 overall.
Meanwhile, for the Timberwolves, Ricky Rubio and Chase Buttinger in the backcourt. Corey Brewer, Kevin Love, and Ronny Turiaf getting the start at center for the injured Nikola Pekovic. And we are ready to run one here in Minneapolis. Kevin Love knocking down the long ball. Kevin Love shooting 37% from downtown.
Well, the Pacers not only give up the fierce amount of points, they're #1 in field goal percentage defense, and then also #1 in defensive rebounding.
Love again, and his second 3-ball of the game, off to a great start, even though the three-point contest didn't go the way he wanted All-Star Weekend. Love fouled and won. Kevin Love knocked down the jump shot off the nice screen. David West picks up his second personal foul here. Love again knocks down another 3-ball. Kevin Love coming out with intent tonight. He's already got 12.
See, now the pressure's on you right now. 13-0. Where's the timeout? You can't save your timeouts now, okay? You got to keep them going. You say, well, we're just going to keep playing in the flow, and everything is going to be nice. Rubio got a piece of that.
West with the miss, and Rubio runs it down. A 3-on-2.
Pretty.
Brewer blocked
Great
by
block.
George, and Love is there to have his back.
What a great play.
David West guarding Love. West got into early foul trouble and sat a lot in the first half. And boy, He's going to look a lot more like himself if he continues to knock down those threes. Wow, Kevin Love. Rubio inside to Love, going to work against West.
Yeah, I like that. Come on, West got 3 fouls on him. And no double team, you got to take them strong.
They clear out the side, and Kevin Love makes them pay. Miami's done well against the West, though, this year, Coach.
Yeah, well, both of them have 15 wins against the West. But the big thing right here for me is when you look at Indiana, Indiana is 26-4 against the sub-500.
Big month for Paul George on the cover of ESPN, the magazine's basketball analytics issue on newsstands on Friday. Love wheels on the baseline. Boy, sweet move by Kevin Love. 11-point lead. Love working against Mahinmi. 7 on the shot clock. Love still red hot.
That's the second time, Mark, that he's done that.
Love gets it off in time. Got it! What a way to punctuate the end of the third quarter for Minnesota and Kevin Love.
This is Stevenson keeping the dribble, kicking it around, fumbling the ball. Now just watch the spin move, strong move going down inside. Now he's been rather quiet in this game tonight, but he's been there with the rebounding and he's been there with the assists.
And speaking of assists, a nice one from Love to Brewer for the layup. Cunningham with the mid-range jumper.
Yeah, he's on the front of the rim every time now.
Didn't like that shot?
No. It was an open shot. Oh, look at this.
They get a leak out from Love this time. And Love, it's nice that he's on the receiving end of one of those, right?
Yeah. People say, well, what's the home court? What's the big deal? Well, in the playoffs, in the last 114 Game 7s, the home team has won 91. Wow. So I would think that that's an incentive for you.
An interesting scene after that last bank shot by Kevin Love. He looked over at the bench at assistant coach Jack Sikma of the Timberwolves and pointed, said, Jack, that was for you. That's the way he used to do it. Love all over the court tonight with the steal.
I tell you, they've had so much heartache this year.
Rick Edelman's team will improve to 26-28 with the win here, 104-91 over the Indiana Pacers.
Meantime, the Timberwolves, without Nikola Pekovic, without Kevin Martin, without Ronny Turiaf, the with Rubio, Buttinger, Brewer, Dante Cunningham making his third start of the season, and Kevin Love moves to that 5 spot. So the Wolves with a little bit smaller lineup here tonight. Rubio off the 17 assist night Wednesday, tying the Timberwolves franchise record. Kevin Love put up 42 in that game, and Kevin Love gets the Wolves on the board. I mentioned Utah played last night in Portland, 102-94 loss. So on the back end of a back-to-back, as Rubio adds to his point total.
I mean, Minnesota is one of the best teams in the NBA in terms of assist-to-turnover ratio. So, a few turnovers here and there, going for the home run, you don't really mind it that much.
They're also second best in the league, Jim, giving up points off turnovers. Dante Cunningham, as the Wolves open up a 3-point margin, their largest of the night. Love over Cantor, knocks it down on the baseline. A 10-2 run here for Minnesota. Love got Marvin Williams leaning the wrong way. And Hayward repays the favor, takes it right back, brings it down the floor, and he'll back it out. Cunningham knocks it away. Love on the other end, all by himself for the throwdown. Love inside, Rubio, and one. Jefferson from straight away. Love putting it on the floor, will bring it up. Buttinger looking for another triple and has it.
Right in his wheelhouse. Couple spot-up jumpers.
Marvin Williams will take it and make it a long 2. Love the outlet ahead to Corey Brewer. Gets down the floor for the flush and one.
That's how you finish a quarter. And that's what Minnesota's been doing a lot with Rubio. We saw Love on 2 different occasions last ball game against Indiana. Remember up high where Kevin Love faked the handoff to Rubio, step back and hit threes. And that's where when you get a guard like Rubio is so good, you can do that. And Love knocked down another triple. He's rolling.
Yeah, first made 3 of the game for Kevin Love. Richard Jefferson drives inside. Love was looking for the outlet. It wasn't there. Rubio will take it strong inside, then back it right back out. Love looking for another triple, has another triple.
He's rolling. A lot of times you see guys in contract years have really good seasons and really doing their best to maximize the dollars. Trey Burke comes off that high ball screen, can't knock it down. Gordon Hayward having the opposite effect right now. He is devaluing himself right now.
And how about the jumper from Dante Cunningham? Love hands it off to Buttinger, gets it right back.
Nice move. It's going to take your time, too. Dante got that pass from Love. He stuck a fork in at that time, and he's able to finish.
Kevin Love. And Love starting to get dialed in from three-point range. Missed his first two. Was hit on 3 of his last 4. Love looking for another 3, and he has it.
All you can do is, if you're a Utah Jazz player, just tip your cap. I mean, that is just it. It's, you know, I don't know what you do with a guy that has that kind of range.
How about Corey Brewer?
How about the touch on the pass by Love? He threw Corey Brewer open that time.
Kevin Love now has 9 assists, folks. Brewer, with Burks pressed up on him, nearly lost the handle. Shot clock is down to 5. JJ for Kevin. Love the step back 3, buries it. Man, how tough is that?
The step back is so hard.
Kevin Love just continues to add superlatives to his season.
Good find.
Brewer, little scoop shot, no. Love with the rebound, up and off the glass and in.
It's just a man playing amongst boys. That's what it is. It's a man among boys. You're seeking assistant coaches out and asking for video help, and that's when you really start expanding your game, because I can't tell you how much it helps to watch yourself on video to get your tendencies down and to eradicate those parts of your game to the back.
Love
is doing it again.
Another 3. Burks will take it over Brewer. Love yet another rebound ahead to Corey Brewer. Corey a little bit of a mishandle and then gets it up to go. And they are going to give him the assist. I was uncertain if the mishandle would cost him, but it didn't. And Corey Brewer cashes it in. And congratulations, Kevin Love. First career triple-double. What an impressive win tonight for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A 3rd straight win overall and a 3rd straight win in the series over the Utah Jazz. 121-104 the final, Jamie Hirsch. Timberwolves, meantime, going with Rubio, Buttinger, Brewer, Cunningham, and Kevin Love, as, again, no Nikola Pekovic, no Kevin Martin, no Ronny Turiaf for Rick Adelman's team.
A little fake handoff and then comes back the other way, and then Dante just keeps moving, and that's what you got to do with Rubio. Find open spots in the passing lanes as Love knocks down another jumper just off the left elbow.
And Kevin Love right over Darrell Wright. Kevin Love, nobody picks him up, so he'll just go ahead and take it. And a strong start for Kevin Love, picking up right where he left off last night in Utah. Love straight away for 3. And he is dialed in early on tonight. Terry Stotts said before the game that he showed his players every single outlet pass Kevin Love made last night, as Love gets it to go inside, and said, we do not want this to happen tonight. Barea tries to get it to Love, somehow able to track it down and then knock it down.
Kevin Love has as good a hands as any big in the NBA. You got to have guys step up, and that's one of the things I love about Corgi Jenn's minutes.
Love with the show on the pass and got just enough space to get Lopez to go down and get the bucket. 7-0 run for the Blazers has it back to a 4-point game. That is until Kevin Love has something to say about it. Rubio. Love able to come up with the basketball. A little bit of a busted play, and Kevin Love makes it work for Minnesota. Blazers 7 of 16 from three-point range, and that's been their strength, as I mentioned earlier. Timberwolves last night held Utah to 3 of 19 from beyond the arc.
How about that ball nestling into the rim? Harris could run like a deer. McHale was the best low-post player in the history of the game, and Larry Bird, what a playmaker he was.
Love for 3, buries the triple.
And right on time. I mean, Bird, 9% of Bird's total field goals were three-point shots, compared to 22% for Kevin Love.
Barea for Love. And Love able to get it to go. He goes up to 30 points on the night. The crowd here at Moda Center will rise to his feet. Portland is going to improve to 38-18 on the season, a full 20 games over 500 for the Portland Trailblazers. And the Timberwolves will drop back to 2 games under Jamie Hurst. The final here tonight, Portland 108, Minnesota 97. Timberwolves lineup, no Pekovic, no Martin again, so they're going with Rubio, Buttinger, Brewer, Cunningham, and Kevin Love. Rick Edelman, 40 and 48 in his career against the Phoenix Suns. Kevin Love for 3.
Channing Frye's the guy that can light you up from outside the arc. That's going to be interesting, that matchup, to see who does what.
Miles Plumlee really has been a pleasant surprise and been fairly steady for this team. And folks around Phoenix saying his play has tailed off just a little bit, but Jeff Hornacek really kind of poo-pooed that in the press conference tonight as Love goes inside. Plumlee mishandles the basketball, and how about the hustle by Corey Brewer to go to the corner and come up with it? I was expecting a jump ball. Instead, the Wolves get it. Kevin Love gets by Fry over Tucker and drops it down.
Good use of the pump fake that time. Got him inside the arc.
Archie Goodwin denied inside. Rubio direct in traffic for Kevin Love. Thought about the 3 instead. Takes it inside for the 2.
How good is that? I mean, that is just so good.
Nice job, Archie Goodwin, cut through the defense, and even better job getting down the floor. Corey Brewer, the outlet from Kevin Love. Second dunk of the night for Corey. Markieff Morris, no. Rubio got the screen from Kevin Love and then gives it to Love inside. Follows his own shot. A third time is the charm for Kevin Love.
Now, this is the physicality that I was talking about. Kevin Love has the ability to dominate this game.
Rubio, Markieff Morris on here. Love had Markieff Morris on him. Cunningham off the Love feed, buries it. Shabazz Muhammad, thank you very much from Kevin Love.
Nice.
Ish Smith driving through traffic. He will give it up, and Archie Goodwin with the bucket. Quickly back the other way. This thing is a track meet. JJ goes up and under and in.
Here goes Ish Smith the other direction.
Marcus to inbound for Markeith. And Chase Bunninger will bring it down. Wolves with their largest deficit of the night. That's it. Shabazz gets the roll and one opportunity for the rookie. Rubio. Love feeding Cunningham on the baseline, and Dante with a strong finish.
Working the basketball and the offense through Kevin Love, and he has been paying dividends. His 6th assist of the ball game.
Kevin Love hasn't made a bucket from the field, though, until right then. Going back to 2 minutes and 41 seconds in the first quarter. Rubio. Corey Brewer inside for Love, and that's going to be goaltending against Plumlee.
Good action that time. Nice slip by Love.
Rubio for Kevin Love, the triple, and Love buries the 3-ball. His second 3 of the night. Love gives it right back to Corey Brewer. Corey able to throw it down and one, and Brewer, that's his 3rd dunk of the night. Love the feed inside for Shabazz Muhammad, and the coming out party continues for the rookie. This is the 8th game this season, by the way, that the Timberwolves have given up 60 or more in the paint. They're 2-5 in the previous 7. Love inside.
Loves where Minnesota gets stagnant sometimes.
To Corey Brewer, great cut underneath the basket by Corey.
Just right at the right moment, too. Kevin Love gets a triple.
And that's big because that puts him over 30 points now for a 6th consecutive game. And what a comeback victory for the Minnesota Timberwolves here tonight. Just their 3rd win on the season when heading to the 4th quarter without the lead. And they come back against a team that looks like it's destined for the postseason. Tom Hanneman, this is a very big 110-101 win here tonight for the Timberwolves. Back in California's state capital, Sleep Train Arena in Sacramento, the Kings and the Timberwolves for the 2nd time this season and the 94th meeting ever. The Wolves lead the all-time series 47-46, but are just 2-7 their last 9 here in Sacramento. Thompson unable to get it to go, rebounded by Kevin Love. The Kings played last night down in Southern California against the Lakers, blew a late lead, 126-122 in that game. Ricky Rubio the drive and the bucket. Kings have not won a game this year in which DeMarcus Cousins has not played. Kevin Love for the 3. And the Wolves off to a nice start, up to a 5-2 lead. Love the outlet for Corey Brewer, and Corey, not a throwdown, but off the glass and in. The Wolves back on top.
Now this is a game where they can get that.
Kevin Martin adds to the Wolves lead. Isaiah Thomas inside with the finish. Another guy who played well against the Lakers last night. He had 26, and quickly on the other end, Corey Brewer gets 2 back.
I just love it. Flip's owners used to say that, you know what, we follow the right guys. We may give up some, but the people we're following aren't making it. And Pekovic somehow gets the pass from Love from his back.
Not a textbook assist for Kevin Love, but it does count as his 5th of the night. Kevin Love, what a feed from Ricky Rubio. Love able to finish it inside.
Good footwork that time. Catch wide, finish close.
Big comeback win for Phoenix last night against New Orleans. Dragic went over 40 points for the Suns. Kevin Love
burying the triple. Second making 5 tries from three-point range for Kevin Love. 2 rebounds, 3 points, and 8 assists for Ricky Rubio. Cunningham off the Kevin Love feed.
Little redirect by Kevin Love. He was going to throw it out to the same side he was on. Faked the pass to the corner, threw it out to Tante, who was wide open.
Back to a 6-point margin. Love inside off the corner feed from Corey Brewer. Good pass. Pekovic's shot.
What a rebound.
Yeah, blocked at the last second, but then they work it back inside to Peck for the throwdown. Cousins inside, blocked by Kevin Love. 50-50 ball. Who's going to come up with it? It's the Kings that come up with the basketball, but the shot clock is down under 3. Corner 3. Rebounded by, well, I'm going to say a loose ball foul against Kevin Love as DeMarcus Cousins had position for the basketball. The Minnesota Timberwolves are back at 500 on the season, folks. After falling 4 games under, they've won 5 of their last 6, including 3 wins in 4 tries on this current road trip. 108-97 the final. The Timberwolves back at even Steven 29-29 on the season. A season ago, the Denver Nuggets were nearly unbeatable on their home floor as they went 38-3. This year, they are just 14-15 at home. The Timberwolves hoping to exploit that and get back over 500 on the season. But
they got Aaron Brooks from Houston. They also dumped Andre Miller as Kevin Love makes a tough shot.
Foy, top of the key. And Rubio will bring it down. Denver Nuggets during their 11-game stretch in which they've won just 1 game. Kevin Martin, no. Kevin Love, yes, and 1. Player of the Month award, by the way, will be named on Wednesday. And Kevin Love should be the person who wins that award. Whether or not he will be is another question.
Well, we chronicled that our last ball game as Corey Brewer streaks down the floor, and I'm sure that Coach Shaw wants to talk about the fact that Minnesota's completed another long pass down the floor. 22nd timeout here for the Denver Nuggets.
By the way, Scott Hastings reminded me, the color commentator for the Denver Nuggets, that J.J. Barea is the guy to watch tonight, as he told us the last time these teams hooked up a target center. And right on cue, J.J. drops down the corner.
Scotty was telling us before the game that J.J. always kills the Nuggets.
Barea crossover inside against Hickson, gives it up. Kevin Love going underneath for the reverse lay-in.
Timberwolves have led this game by as many as 10. Kevin Love looking to match that lead and does so with the triple.
Gotta go.
JJ breaking down Brooks, hangs in the air, puts it up. Love there for the putback, and Kevin Love drops it down as time expires to close out the opening quarter here in Denver. Rubio kicks it for Love and does get the three. Foot was awfully close to the line, but they'll give him a three ball for it. That was Timberwolves offense when they're passing the basketball, moving the basketball. The fluidity of it just really results in a lot of open shot opportunities. Kevin Love creating his own opportunity that time with the step back. Rubio, cross court for Love. Goes by Fareed, and wow, what a great job of stopping as Fournier was trying to set up for a charge, and Love able to just pull up and knock it down anyway. Love, the dish for Dante Cunningham, and Dante drills it.
Dante's quietly been really good for Minnesota in this game. He's got 9 points on 4 or 5.
Love with Fareed on him. Shot clock down to 4. Kevin will take it and make it. And it's a 7-point game with 1:11 to go. Need to get a solid look at it here and get some points this trip, and they get exactly that. Great passing out of the corner. Kevin Martin for Kevin Love. Terrell Arthur. Fournier will take the three. Make it. Down to a 2-point margin. Martin gets wrapped up with 5.7 left. Martin. Whew. Martin intercepts the pass just enough to make the Nuggets burn a little bit more time. Chandler's three off the iron, and that will do it. The Minnesota Timberwolves with a season-high 132 big points, and the Denver Nuggets 52-game home win streak when scoring 110 or more, and they win for the 4th time on this 5-game road trip.
And for the Timberwolves, Ricky Rubio and Kevin Martin are the guards. The great Kevin Love and Corey Brewer at the forwards. And Nick Petrovic, 6'11" and 290 from Montenegro, is the man in the middle.
We're going to really watch to see how Minnesota plays pick and roll or pick and pop, because that was the thing that hurt them in the New York game. They seem to be confused throughout the game. This is maybe able to exploit it if they run it off enough.
Nice turn to the corner there for Martin. Greg Monroe for the Pistons to Josh for the topside long gun. Just a hair too long. Rubio with a long rebound. Kevin Love for three.
Don't forget about him in transition.
Love fires topside, fills it up. Wow. Got the dish from Rubio. Rubio with a near swipe from Rodney Stuckey. He leads the league in steals. Rodney drives right into him, though. Can't score it. Rebound Pekovic. Rubio forecourt to Love for the long gun.
Well, again, Pushing the ball off the floor quickly, paying off.
Cunningham shot bounces on the rim, won't fall. But Love's there to clean it up and score it. Brandon Jennings feeds Jonas for the hook off glass, and he hits it. The big sweeper.
Yep. He's the only one that does that for the most part on this team. He may become the big sweeper.
Good old-fashioned hook shot. Rubio with a miss. Love trying to follow, and he scores again. Kevin Martin to Kevin Love. Love with the bounce to Barea, gets to the rack, lays it up, lays it in.
Sneaky, very sneaky. But the cut is what did it.
Bill Lampier, one of those bad boys who will be at the Palace on the 28th. Kevin Love from downtown brings it. Brandon Jennings with a miss from the corner. Timberwolves with the basketball way up to Martin. Finger tried to block it. He was late. Ricky Rubio from the baseline. Love from the corner. Drains the deuce. Kevin Love against Greg Monroe. Nice up fake. Shot off glass and in. That's what great players do. Rubio with a drive. Love lays it in. Will Bynum to the basket. Try to throw it up to Andre. No. Love with a rebound. Way to Brewer for a serious slam. 5:24 to play. Love fighting for a spot with Charlie V. Hooks from in front and hits. Kevin Love has 26. The Timberwolves went to their reserves and Will destroyed them. Forced them to put the big guys back in, and they couldn't stop them either. Final 114 to 101.
For the Minnesota Timberwolves, currently 31-30. They have won 7 of their last 9 games. They're 17-12 at home. Ricky Rubio, Kevin Martin, Corey Brewer, Kevin Love, and Nikola Pekovic. Extra pass, Amir Johnson. And he finds Jonas Valanciunas, who lays it up and through. Valanciunas. Successful game against Sacramento. It's so tough. Kevin Love, the ability to step outside and knock down the 3. Lowry quickly now to DeRozan in the lane. Looks for Amir, and Amir off of his foot. Turnover. Rubio to the trailing Love, and it's a 1-point game. So early struggles for Amir Johnson, and it's a 1-point advantage for the Toronto Raptors. Post position, Pekovic.
That's the tough part. You've got to get to Pekovic early and not let him get that deep position.
And steal. Rubio whips it to Love. Love on the glass, tapped out by Valanciunas. Here's Brewer. Love. Johnson closes on him. Pekovic and a foul. Strength of Pekovic on the inside and a timeout.
Hand it to Martin. That's what you got to be careful with Kevin Martin in one area, man. Yeah, he's a scorer, but his movement without the basketball is amazing.
Raptors 8 of 13. Minnesota 9 of 21. Deflected there, and Martin. And Terrence Ross.
He's got to get some help on that. Terrence Ross did a great job of deflecting that basketball, and he was trying to make a play.
Dante Cunningham, long jumper doesn't go, and the rebound for Rubio, and the three. Second chance points, 10 already for Minnesota. Kevin Love, double comes, and Love spins away from the double and finishes.
There's not a lot of guys that have the strength to take you down low like that. Does a great job with that jump hook, putting the inside shoulder.
And you hear the stories of the 7, 8, 9, 10-hour trip that they all make to come see their beloved Raptors, as Kevin Love is put in and he ends the run. DeRozan saying that was not me. DeMar has
I used to say that all the time. Tell the officials all the time.
Brewer drills the shot. DeMar 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 fouls. Brewer with 5 points. Here's DeRozan attacking Love. Double comes. Brewer takes it away.
Again, we're seeing that over and over. Brewer coming from behind. Rubio does that. Barea does that. You really have to be conscious when you beat your man. Where's the extra defender coming?
And Pekovic lays it up and in on a feed from Love. It's a 9-0 run since a timeout. Barea whips it over to Love on an entry pass for Pekovic, posting up on Valanciunas. It's a tough guard for Valanciunas, just from the standpoint that Pekovic is just so tough and strong. Shot doesn't go for Lowry, and a rebound. Minnesota, as I mentioned, they've won 7 of 9. 1 game above 500. They're 5 games back of the 8th spot in the West. And Pekovic, they go right back to him.
That's where you got to keep going right now.
Here's a cut by Martin. Martin, bucket. Here's Love, guarded by Amir. Double comes in the corner. Martin, extra pass. Love steps outside. They do this so well.
Yeah, that was great ball movement. That was impressive.
Lowry's shot doesn't go, and Love comes away with the rebound. That's his 10th. Lead pass, Brewer with the hammer.
Matt, he is hands down the best in the NBA and the best I've seen in a long time at that outlet pass.
Rubio, here's Brewer. Brewer, crossover. Amir got a piece of it at Rubio. Back up top, Raptors lead by 4. 93-89. Down low is Love, and Love, it's a 2-point game. 93-91. 5:02 to go.
Valanciunas only 4 points, but he's got 9 rebounds in the game. So everybody's doing their part to get this W.
And Love, the 3. 4:97. DeRozan fires it over to Salmons, back over to DeRozan. DeMar's going to dribble it out, and the Toronto Raptors are going to come away with a victory. The Raptors win at 111-104.
For the Timberwolves tonight, Kevin Love scored 33 with 15 rebounds in Game 1 against Milwaukee at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Corey Brewer and Kevin Martin have played very well recently. Pekovic and Rubio rounded out tonight. Well, the Bucks are on an 8-0 run. John Henson lifted his leg on the back of Kevin Love to pick up the foul. You can't uproot the player in the post.
No, you can only do that in the 70s. Right now, they make you play pretty straight up. You can't put your knee into a player. And how he got that shot off Jim, I have no idea. John Henson is doing a lot of good things on the offensive end.
He ran the floor 2 possessions down, didn't get the basketball. That time he set a good pick. Forced the defense to play. He's doing some good things offensively, just not scoring.
Rubio feeding Pekovic in the post. Knight yo-yos a little bit trying to help out Pachulia. Pekovic has it come away. And Kevin Love gets the rebound and put back. Turnover to Pekovic. Brewer with Middleton back. Love. And a push. Got it and one. Middleton pushing Kevin Martin as he scored.
Right now, the Timberwolves, a small lineup, a speed lineup, and a lineup that cuts to the basket a lot to play off Kevin Love in the post. Looking for him to make passes or scoring with his post up.
He's fouled by Efe Udoh. It's an and one. Jeff Adrian scored a moment ago for the Bucks, and Telly Hughes has something for us. Kevin Martin with a triple. Julia picking up his second foul. Now he works against Pekovic. Rubio. Their guards will have some hard digs. That time it wasn't a real hard dig on Pachulia. He goes in off the glass, had to shoot it late on the shot clock. Pekovic finds Rubio, and here's the bust out. Ricky Rubio kicks it. One more pass. Love for three.
Larry Drew is probably one of the better coaches at what we call out-of-timeout plays. He's going to always have a good set drawn up.
Kevin Love answers Walter's three.
Jim, you said the correct word. Woke up. And unfortunately, number 42 has woke up for the Timberwolves.
Kevin Love again. Minnesota has hit 7 of its last 9 field goals. Sessions gives it up. Shot block Love. He got Adrian. Bucks have been moving the ball, Sidney. 23 assists on 30 made field goals. That's a pretty high percentage. Kevin Martin from Kevin Love. You look at all the differentials in game 1, the Bucks should have lost by 40.
They should have lost by 40, and they're right in this ball game. But again, protecting the basketball. Also, more early offensive opportunities. Like right there, get into the offense quicker and create penetration by driving the basketball.
Kevin Love blocks Sessions, his third. To the post, and Kevin Love. Off the glass. Love has 20.
Look for the Timberwolves to run their entire offense through that player number 42.
Ricky Rubio scoring at the rim. Back to a 10-point Minnesota lead. It did not start. That play did not start in the backcourt. That takes it off. Rubio fouled by Middleton. Love goes to Pekovic. Nikola Pekovic has 12 points with 8 rebounds. Love with a career-high 4.2 assists a game. He finds Pekovic again. 6 assists tonight for Kevin Love.
Jim, the other stat that jumps out at me, the Bucks have only made 5 3-point shots out of 15. If you're going to beat a team like Minnesota, you must be in the double digits, and the Bucks have not done that tonight.
So Love gets to his average and then some. 27 tonight. 112-101. Minnesota has beaten the Bucks for the 4th straight time.
Meanwhile, it's Rubio and Martin. Gorgie Jang will start at center with Brewer and Love. Here's Kevin Love.
That's why Kevin is such a tough cover for power guys, because he's very comfortable going out away from the basket.
Rubio, not a good shooter, but he hits that one. a real problem for him.
Yeah, really, and you know, he's been getting a little better, and that, of course, that will be the key to his career. He's just simply got to be more of a threat.
And Thompson blocked it, but the momentum of the ball went in, and Kevin Martin in double figures with 10 to put the lead at 25-17. 25-19. Isaiah with 5 points and 4 assists. But look at Kevin Love climbing the ladder, and it's 27-19.
Yeah, Bob Moute really hasn't played much here.
Nope.
Been hurt some.
So Brewer with the basket. Here's Kevin Love. Nice pass and the drop off. And it's Jang. And they're doing a nice job on Kevin Love. He's only made 3 shot attempts. He's made 2 of them. Of course, he's gotten a couple of free throws.
Travel.
Sure, it did look like steps. Here's Love with the rebound. And Love with his 3rd basket. And Minnesota has the lead back at 42-40. Now Rubio drops it off for Love. That's a beautiful play.
Rubio driving baseline there, and Love really moves so well without the ball. And of course, even in traffic, Love with those great hands is going to catch and finish.
Backdoor. Love found Brewer for the dunk.
Well, they've had about 3 baskets like that. Certainly, when you can run your offense through Kevin Love, and certainly Rick Edelman does a great deal.
It is Rubio in the backcourt. Oh, what a nice pass to Kevin Love from Brewer. Kevin Martin out there with Jang, who's starting for Pekovic, who's out with an ankle. Those are your 5 on the floor. Kevin Love's 3. Kevin Love has 18 now, 5 rebounds and 5 assists, and the Timberwolves lead by 6. Love pops out, fakes to 3, steps back, 2-pointer, good. They want to set up Love on the block.
And that's why he has that great half hook, really a go-to move for Love.
We're also going to find out how much Ben McLemore has learned in this year, because we've seen him lead shooters to double, and this time Martin blocked by Rudy Gay. Now it's Love. Here's a 3 in the lead.
Well, that's who he is. Great block at the basket. Kings couldn't get it back.
So the final score, the Timberwolves, they beat the Kings 104-102, and Sacramento ends this 7-game road trip with 2 wins and 5 losses.
Two of the best power forwards in the game going at it tonight here in downtown Dallas, Texas. The Timberwolves 33-32 against the Mavericks, 41-27. Nowitzki from straight away. That's where he wants to shoot it. Rubio, the quick outlet for Kevin Love, and how about that? Kevin on the receiving end of an outlet pass. Calderon into the corner, Marion, and Gorgie Jang will bring it down. Rubio for Love, and Love, little catch and shoot before he even came down. Nice play there, the connection between Ricky and Kevin.
And the way Ricky threw that, it let Kevin know that it was open. Just go ahead and shoot it.
Love, nice job of getting right in the air, and then he's able to get the easy finish inside. Ellis goes by Jang.
Good defense by Gorgie Jang.
Love the outlet for Corey Brewer, and Corey able to complete it.
That should have been an and one. Devin Harris reached in that time. I thought he fouled Corey Brewer.
Well, and I asked for Carlisle about it, and Rick Adelman for that matter, prior to the game tonight. Is Love and Rubio, that same play they had earlier in the quarter, works again. Rubio gives it up to Love. And there is a foul call.
They call a block on Vince Carter.
So Kevin Love is going to get the and one opportunity. Rubio inside for Love. And the Wolves push it back up to an 8-point margin.
No basket cut that time by Kevin Martin. We've seen it a million times.
Rubio. Love all alone for the three. Buries it.
Love does a great job on catch and shoot situations, getting low. It's a good contained, good defense by Dallas. Minnesota forces a turnover here.
Brewer for Love, and then sets the screen, and it works perfectly. Nice play there by Corey Brewer on all levels to set up Love for the triple. Marion had 32 in the last meeting between these teams, along with what was in the final box score, a very big block against Kevin Love up at Target Center. Gorgie Jang. Dalen Bear's got 13 rebounds. Love with the quick answer for the Wolves. They push it back up to 9. Harris falls off the rim, and Love with the rebound. You know, Jim, we talked on the conference call today about a potential top 5 list of the top 5 coaches in the league, and the fact that those guys have been around as long as they have and that they've had the success they have, I'm guessing at least a handful of them would have been on your top 5 coaches in the league list as Love gets it to go inside. Rubio will try to create. Love draws the double team. Martin, the long 2. Rebounds, fought for. Corey Brewer comes up with it with 7 seconds. Rubio for Love. Extra pass. Hummel in the corner. Rattles out. Time for Harris to get it away from midcourt at the buzzer. And we're going to overtime here in Dallas. Wow. Harris gives it up for Nowitzki. We'll take it in on Love. And Nowitzki buries it. Classic. And here the American Airlines Center crowd calling for defense. Everybody on their feet. Where are the shooters? Love. Little hook, and Kevin Love buries the hook. Huge shot for K-Love. Wow. Dallas gets it to Nowitzki. 7 to go. Nowitzki over Love. Kevin Love does a decent job. Denying, forces the miss. And that's going to do it.
What defense by Kevin Love.
That is going to do it. Kevin Love finally wins a battle against Dirk Nowitzki. The Timberwolves starting lineup. Rubio, Martin, Brewer, Love, and Gorgie Jang making a third straight start, third of his career, and he has double-doubled in each of the first two. Brewer for Love. And Kevin Love drops it down in front of Terrence Jones, who has been a real nice second-year player for the Houston Rockets.
The plus-minus is a great statistic, and we use it all the time, especially for lineup combinations, as Love makes a nice interior pass to Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin struggled shooting the basketball last night, but did finish that game in Dallas with 19 points. These are two of the top 4 scoring teams in the NBA coming into the night in terms of points per game. Although, Jim, I know you much prefer offensive efficiency.
Kevin Love is a great player in terms of drawing fouls. Kevin Garnett was not that way. He was not the kind of player that drew a bunch of fouls, that went inside, wanted to shoot more jump shots. It's one of the only shortcomings of Kevin Garnett's game, who is one of the greatest power forwards of all time.
Corey Brewer strong. Love tries to come up with the rebound, sticks with it, and gets it. Gorgie Jang will put it up, and the shot clock was going and wind down, so Gorgie just throws it up, and it goes through.
How about the presence of mind of Gorgie Jang to get that up on the rim? Chandler Parsons lines it up. He is not shooting the ball well at all from outside the arc.
Love saves it right into the hands of Harden. Fortunate that he's unable to get it to go, and the Wolves finally do come out of there with it. Love thought about the three, puts a little floater off the glass and knocks it in.
Well, that was a foul by Terrence Jones. He grabbed Kevin Love as he pump faked and went past him.
JJ has really struggled this season against the Houston Rockets, though, Jim. He's 2 for 19 from the field in the 2 previous games this season against Houston. JJ trying to improve that percentage. Good start. Martin lines up the triple and buries it.
Just when he gets ready to line that up, because it's a contested shot, you're saying, no, he's not shot the ball that well. It's a contested 3. You can get that at the end of the clock, too.
Love for 3.
Kevin Love is in his zone.
Lane kicks into the corner. Bodie Eunice leaves it a little short, and Rubio will bring it up. Correa, wide open look at the triple as Lynn fell to the ground. Jang picks it up, and then a beautiful dish by the big man to Kevin Love. Thought Gorgie was going to put it up, and great peripheral vision to see Kevin Love was wide open, passed up a good shot for a great shot. Rubio for Love, gets it right back.
Wow, a lot of contact there.
Rubio for the 3, buries it.
Go ahead, Ricky.
Rockets being very unselfish with the basketball here tonight. 19 assists on 25 makes. They had 31 assists in their win here last time out against the Utah Jazz, a game they won 124-86, which was, by the way, their largest margin of victory in a game this season. Ended what had been a 3-game losing streak. We told you earlier in the broadcast they've won 9 straight on their home floor. All 3 of those losses were on the road, including losses to Oklahoma City and Miami.
If you're a young player, if you don't get jab step pump fake into your game, you have to. Such an effective tool to keep the defender in his stance.
Be nice to have that in your game too, wouldn't it?
He did that same kind of move, that step-through move against Dallas last night, the game winner.
Houston in the midst of a 10-2 run right now. Kevin Love gets 3 of them back. Beverly has his shot partially altered by Ba Mute. Love for the 3 over Jones. Finds the bottom of the net. Love looking for another triple, reloads. And Kevin Love starting to heat up from outside. He's 5 of 9 from three-point land. Minnesota began the game looking to get to 3 games over 500, which would have matched the season high water mark. Instead, they fall to their largest defeat of the season, 129-106, a 23-point victory for the Houston Rockets.
For the Wolves, Ricky Rubio and Kevin Martin at the guards. Corey Brewer, Kevin Love, the forwards. Love leads the league with 54 double-doubles. Emerging rookie Gorgui Dieng filling in admirably in the absence of Nikola Pekovic out with a sore ankle. So the Suns break the seal. Kevin Love having a career year. Oh, that's going to be goaltending on Plumlee, and the foul on the drive by Rubio. Rubio has drawn 3 fouls already. Here's the step back by Corey Brewer. Off the mark, kept alive by Love. Tight ropes the sideline, pressured by Fryo. Did a great job on him here in Minnesota in January. Brewer from deep. That's a 3-ball. Wolves, as mentioned, have been playing well, but they come off a 129-106 loss in Houston on Thursday. The Rockets never trailed, even without Dwight Howard that game, out with a bad ankle. Gorgui Dieng, Love, that's how good he is. Didn't expect it and still put it up and in. Love nearly stripped by Green, and that's a 3-ball by Martin. Kevin Martin, 39% from 3. Brewer off the big outlet. Oh, what a reverse. Talk about athleticism. Great pass to Dragic, wouldn't go. Lead for Brewer. Oh, he nearly stepped out.
Yeah, Brewer stands at half court when the shot goes up. He's not an defensive rebounder.
Just waiting for that outlet, and Dieng connects. Gorgui Dieng, the rookie from Louisville and Senegal. Here's J.J. Barea playing with a tweaked ankle. Bad shot by Brewer, but cleaned up by Love.
Yeah, see, Kevin Love never stops. I mean, he's constantly moving. He knew that ball was short, landed right in his hands, and then when it was blocked, he didn't give up on it.
Dante Cunningham in off the Minnesota bench, the easy dunk by Love.
Yeah, what a bounce pass by Rubio, and it just looked like it was between the legs.
The leaner by Love. They get it back. Here's Love. You can't give him too many opportunities. He'll kill you.
Yeah, he just hesitated enough to see where that pass was going. Now the ball's coming out. The ball was coming out of the rim. I know you and Eddie Johnson talked about the goaltending rule in international play. It's a lot different.
Shabazz Muhammad, Minnesota just not letting up.
Yeah, but Shabazz Muhammad, his mom, Faye, played at Long Beach State. I used to call her games.
Is that right?
And then also played some tennis with his sister, Asia.
Cunningham off the mark. Wow, look at that rebound by Muhammad. Right on cue as you're talking about him. Love from deep. That's a 3 for Kevin Love. Oh, almost broken up by Dragic, the pesky one. Oh, and the fadeaway by Love. How about Kevin Love in the first half? 19 points, 6 for 11. 3-2, turnaround by Love. No, ripped away by Dieng. A new 24, another second chance opportunity, and Love delivers. 3-ball.
Yeah, Dieng just reached over Bledsoe, and it was an easy rebound for him.
20 for Mark Keefe off the bench. Brewer bouncing like in a pinball machine. Plumlee fighting hard for it, but like a hot potato, Gorgui Dieng grabs hold.
Yeah, Dieng able to rip it out of Plumlee's hands.
Love, good hands there by the defense. Dieng, beautiful pass to Love. Gorgui Dieng with a very impressive assist. Steve Albert, Hall of Famer, and Myers Drysdale courtside here in Target Center. Been a good one. Love from 3. He's got 30.
It'd be great if the Suns could get some more fouls on Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota and the penalty Suns will go to the line from this point on. Here's Love going glass. Love with 33, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. Oh, foul on Mark Keefe as he bounced off of Brewer. Cunningham. Too well covered is Rubio, so he's got to go the other way. Look at Dragic all over Rubio. Over to Love. Love threw it in! You gotta be kidding, plus the foul. A circus shot by Love. You've seen this movie before, and Ricky Rubio flips the ball to Tom Washington in disgust as the final buzzer sounds. What a come-from-behind victory for the Phoenix Suns, who pick up their 41st win against 29 losses. What a way to start this 3-game road trip.
Let's get ready for Laker basketball tonight from the Target Center. This is the fourth and final meeting between these two. Minnesota has won 2 of the first 3. Love does so many things well, especially rebound, outlet passing, and spreading the floor. Has unlimited range shooting. Another good pass underneath, and Pekovic wide open scores. Kevin Martin, one of the top shooters around the league. Not a great defender by any means, but we'll get to the free throw line too, and he's a very good free throw shooter. Love from distance, he's got it.
See, that's one of the ways that the Lakers may find some difficulties. That Jordan Hill wants to play in the paint. Well, Kevin Love is going to make him go way out.
There's the outlet pass. What a beauty by Love.
Nobody does it better.
Sensational.
He can throw it full court overhead pass, full court chest pass.
Kaman, his shot can hit the front of the rim, can't get the bounce. And Love, who was born in Santa Monica and then moved to Oregon the next year, down the middle. As Kevin Love runs the floor, a bounce pass from Rubio, and the Lakers trail 13-4. Lakers have been in the plus column in rebounding 2 of the last 3 games. Pekovic has 8 points. All of them, of course, in deep and with a couple of free throws. Love holds on to it. Now to Rubio. He tore up his knee against the Lakers a couple of years ago. No-look bounce pass underneath to Brewer. To Love. He's alone. He fires, and it's a swish. Splash from the outside. Kevin Love. Kelly in the game. Misses the jump shot. Sacre rebounds. Back to Kelly. He'll try it again. That's short. Wes Johnson, who was a 4th overall pick for this team, could get it. Love running the floor. Lays it up and lays it in. They are the #1 first quarter scoring team in the NBA, and they're showing it. But this is ridiculous. 26 halfway through the quarter. Down the middle, Martin once again. Right to the rim, and they score. Hill misses the little jump hook. Those were going down last night. Not tonight, though.
Some nights your shot just doesn't fall for you. I mean, not only for Jordan Hill, but every player that's ever put on a uniform.
Oh, Pekovic way inside and goes off the window. Kevin Love, once again, will pick up another assist. And how about this? The Lakers have given up another 70-point half. Bazemore with the right-handed dribble all the way, lay it up and in. So attacking again, Kent Bazemore goes all the way and glides for 2.
You know, and that's pretty much when he's at his best, when he's in that attack mode. You know, they're trying to slow him down, be more of a facilitator, but his DNA is that of a guy that really looks to attack the basket.
He's been averaging 27 minutes since coming over. Love holding on to it a long time. Pekovic up and under and around. Of course, if you're looking for draft order, Lakers right now 6th worst record in the NBA. Utah's a game and a half behind them in the standings. They have 49 losses coming in. Lakers are 47. Kevin Love, more points in the paint for this team. They are 5th in the NBA in paint points. Between the legs, Love to Martin. Steve Nash loses it. Outlet to Brewer. Remember, he's one of the top scorers in fast break points in the league. Leaves it for the trailer Rubio. Out to Martin. Quick ball movement. Love into Pekovic. He's in very deep. Couple of bruisers going at each other. Pekovic in the lane. Pekovic 9 for 10. Kevin Love is 1 rebound and 1 assist away from a triple-double. Here's Love on its way. He's got it. Love back to the basket. This would be his 10th assist.
And there it is. And now all he needs to do is snare a rebound. And
that's pretty easy to do for a guy like him.
He'll hit to the sideline.
The opponent high is 142 this year. 142. Minnesota with 111. 5 seconds to play. Kendall Marshall for 3. Rolls around, comes out, and that is the end of the first. Oh, they going to give that to Love?
Did you see how fast Kevin went there? Of course they're going to give it to him.
Oh, he got it before the horn sounded. Yeah. Final score, 143-107. A triple-double for Kevin Love. They win the season series 3 games to 1.
The Timberwolves go like this. Corey Brewer coming off a big game last night in Brooklyn and one forward. Kevin Love looked exhausted last night. Nikola Pekovic is their big booming center. The backcourt combination, a high-scoring Kevin Martin and slick passing Ricky Rubio. Love for three. Bingo.
How good has he become? I think that was a long two, but 39% from deep this year.
Martin to the basket, the tip by Love.
Well, whatever fatigue Love had last night, and whatever he might be feeling, a couple of made shots will make you think you can fight through it.
And Flip Saunders, club president here, has got a suite. He invited them to come out sometime during the game tonight to see what the suite looks like here at the Target Center as Martin throws down a free ball.
There's one of the Kevins shooting 39%, so he and Love 39% from deep.
Martin looking on the wing and couldn't get it to Jang, who just came into the game. Rubio into the corner. Love for three. Jang gets the rebound. Love for three. Bingo.
This Gorgie Jang, when Pekovic was out with an ankle injury, had never started, had never had a double-double, got 5 of them in 6 games.
Barea on the move.
Well, Barea will mix it up. There's no question. The ball will be moving. It will be flying. And Minnesota can score. They pass the ball.
Rubio on the wing. The Clippers have caught him with 6 unanswered points. Awkward looking shot by Martin, but it falls. 6 in the shot clock. Wolves bring it in. Short clock. They crowd Love. He'll go to the hole, score, and get fouled.
And Dudley has a little bit of a case there, like what did he do wrong?
Love, bingo with the answer. He had 16. Love for 3. Rebound controlled nicely by Jang, who gets the start here in the absence of Pekovic, their starting center, who's out with a bad ankle. Love down low to Jang.
And I'll tell you what, as I said before, 5 double-doubles in those 6 starts.
Paul, the bounce to Collison. Barnes has it knocked away. Paul can't get it in.
There's that outlet ability of Love.
And Brewer knocks down a jump shot. And Minnesota's on top by 1. Clippers have made 36 threes in this road trip in 3 games. Love. So not a good start for Doc Rivers Ball Club. This team is down by 3. So much bigger than Dudley. Jang brings it up, and Paul gets another steal to pad his totals. And he'll dribble away the clock, and the Los Angeles Clippers have taken care of business. Wins in Dallas, Houston, and now Minnesota, with Phoenix still lying in wait before going home. They'll play 5 in a row.
For the Minnesota Timberwolves, they come in at 36-37. They have lost 5 of their last 7. Their playoff hopes pretty much dashed. They'll start Ricky Rubio, Kevin Martin, Gorgie Jang, Kevin Love, and Corey Brewer. Randolph on the guard against Kevin Love. Little up fake, and he'll take it and slam it down. Love 4th in the league in scoring at 26 a game, 3rd in rebounding at 12.6. Rubio 2nd in the league in steals, forces a turnover, and Brewer back-to-back dunks for Minnesota, and a timeout taken by the Grizzlies. Gasol against Jang. Randolph had the first look at the rebound, but it slipped through his normally sure hands. Grizzlies had hit their previous 3. Love up and scores in the paint. So Love was 6 early. Jang underneath the bucket. Love was blocked once, but not a second time.
And no different than Gorgie Jang is Ronnie Torioff, another high-energy big. Going to set hard screens, but you have to keep him off of the offensive glass.
Hasn't played since February. Bone bruise in the knee. Love spots up for 3 and buries it. Ties the game at 20. Conley came up short with that. Rebound Love. Martin on a run out. Kevin Love, one of the better outlet passers in the NBA.
They can flex their muscles, continue to flex their muscles here on the defensive side to end the quarter.
Love banks it in. 13 for Love. Crossover, Conley overshot it. Love, there's another long outlet pass, and Brewer has it blocked by Gasol, but goaltending is called. Stolen by Jang. 12 seconds remain. Love lays it in. Conley with a knockaway, shot clock down to 5. Love and Rubio 2-man game. Rubio wide open. Gasol is short, and the rebound to Jang, his 6th. Kevin Love. Love already with a double-double, his 58th to lead the NBA. Just 18 games a year ago, fractured his right hand. Healthy this year. And now Rubio has picked up the torch. Love doubled inside out. Martin for 3.
And I don't want to hear anybody talk about scoring the basketball. Where am I getting? Who's going to give me an opportunity for us to come up with the stops necessary to get back in this basketball game?
And a bad bounce gets Kevin Love a second chance opportunity. That got the stop off the Martin miss. So the Grizzlies have trailed here by 17 and Utah by 16 and by 21 in Portland. Grizzlies have whittled the 18-point Minnesota lead down to 10.
It's the clock now that you worry about.
And a good cut to the basket by Kevin Martin. Love with his 9th assist. The bench scoring is pretty much even. But the bench has been a liability for Minnesota all year long as Martin rings the bell. And the lead is back to 18, its largest of the night. Grizzlies fall to 44-31. Kevin Love, his 3rd career triple-double. Opportunity for the Grizzlies squandered in a big way.
2 straight championships, 3 straight trips to the finals for the Miami Heat. They're hoping to make it 4 in a row this season, 52-22, a season high 30 games over 500 as they welcome in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Love, and Kevin Love finally has his first points of the season against the Miami Heat. Love underneath. For Gorgie Jang. Nice passing by the Wolves. Ronnie Turioff into the game for the first time tonight. Turioff was a part of that Miami Heat championship team in 2012. Nice feed from Buttinger inside to Kevin Love.
You can see right here, a little hedge right there by Lewis. They do the same thing on the wing, and the bigs really do a great job. As guys like Haslam and just Anderson as well.
Turioff, no. Love, yes.
Nice putback.
James will take the long 2. And then the long outlet to Corey Brewer. LeBron tried to catch up to it, but couldn't get there in time. What a pass. Minnesota out-rebounded the Heat in that game in December, 53-24. Kevin Love able to come up with the basketball inside and get the finish.
Putback.
Love, tough finish inside. Love up to 14 points. Well, the next home game for the Wolves coming up on Tuesday as they return to Target Center to take on the San Antonio Spurs. It's the game that's been rescheduled from way back on December 4th in Mexico City. It was supposed to be the game that preceded the game against Miami. Kevin Love starting to heat up here in the third quarter.
Thanks to Ricky Rubio. LeBron James in isolation.
LeBron just kind of disposes of Corey Brewer, but then misses, and here come the Wolves. Chase Buttinger. Rubio gives up the 3, and it's a good decision as he finds Kevin Love inside.
What a play by Love.
Ricky Rubio will inbound. Timberwolves haven't scored a bucket since the 2:57 mark from the field.
Well, Bamute's been out there. Not going to him anyway. It's going to be all about Kevin Love.
Love, step back for 3, rattles out, and we're going to overtime. Kevin Love thought it was good. It looked like it was going to go down. Miami 2-3 in overtime in those 5 previous overtime games. Love finally has a triple. It took him 7 attempts, but he knocks one down. Well, forget about the 2 for 1. Now you just got to get a good look. Love taking it in against the boss, loses the basketball, gets it back. Love to jump hook, nothing but twine. And the Wolves retake the lead with 14.9 to go. LeBron backed out as he draws 3 blue jerseys. And now you wonder Miami may just hold for the buzzer beater. LeBron.
That is an offensive foul by LeBron James.
Chalmers gets it up, and he got fouled. And Rick Edelman screaming over on the sidelines about the non-call for the offensive foul. Chalmers makes the second and nodded again at 109, and the Timberwolves will use a timeout to draw up a play with 1.9 remaining. Rubio gets it into Kevin Love. Love will force it up at the buzzer, and it falls off the rim, and we're going to a second overtime. Love, Rubio creates the screen after he gives the basketball to Love, and Mr. Love does the rest. A lovely triple for Kevin.
Why not go back to high ball screen with LeBron James?
LeBron takes it in on Kevin Love. Love denies it. But right back into the hands of King James. Norris Cole feeds LeBron underneath, and he's fouled from behind by Corey Brewer. James Jones, the inbounder.
And they go for 3.
Great from straight away. Buries it, and we're tied again.
Great play design that time. Rayon came off the top and screened Kevin Love.
You go for a quick one, or you hold for the last shot?
You got to hold for the last shot. You don't want to give Miami any chance to win this game.
Love. Brewer throws up a wild one, and Corey Brewer is fouled. Unbelievable. Brewer, 1 free throw attempt on the night. He's 2 of 2 now at the charity stripe. Here we go. The Heat are going to win, or the Timberwolves are going to win in the next 1.4. Battier trying to get it in. Ray Allen gets it away. Love contest, and that'll do it. The Timberwolves in double overtime hold on against the Miami Heat, and for the first time ever, Minnesota can say they've beaten a Miami Heat team that had LeBron James on the floor.
And the Timberwolves will counter tonight with Ricky Rubio, Kevin Martin back in the starting lineup, Corey Brewer, Kevin Love back in the starting lineup, and Gorgui Dieng continues to start. Timberwolves, by the way, netted 39 total fast break points in that game as Kevin Love drops it down for his first points of the night. Brewer off the feed from Kevin Love. And the Timberwolves get it back to within 5. What a game it was. The Gorgui Dieng game winner. Ricky Rubio, Dante Cunningham also with double-doubles. Kevin Love with the triple. Love, first game back after missing the Houston game with the hyperextended elbow, gets it to go inside. Ricky Rubio still looking for his first points of the night. Not on that try, but Gorgui Dieng comes in there to track down the rebound. Gets it away to Kevin Love, and the corner three for K-Love after Dieng notches his 10th rebound of the night, and another double-double for Gorgui Dieng, his 8th of the season. Rubio for Love in the corner, and Kevin Love starting to heat up now.
Well, that high ball screen in a spread pick-and-roll formation gets Love out to the corner. That's where point guards, they're really at a disadvantage because they've got their back to the action, and sometimes you anticipate the ball screen coming when none is coming.
Love dropping it down. That's why the communication's so important. Kings 3 of 12 from three-point range. The Timberwolves 5 of 17.
How about that pass?
Oh, man.
That's the second time Gorgie's thrown an absolute dime to a cutter. Everybody in the starting lineup for Minnesota, if you look at plus-minus, is a minus in this game. Everybody off the bench for Minnesota is a plus and a big plus. Robbie Hummel was a plus 17.
Love will get a little space and get it away against the Outlaw. He really had to earn that shot. Cunningham leaves it short. Loose ball, though. The Wolves do a nice job knocking it free, and then Kevin Love getting it to go off the glass. He's up to 29. Cousins will take it over Love. Hummel fights for the rebound. Barea for Love inside over McCallum, and great recognition by JJ to notice it and get it quickly to Kevin.
That's right. He's got 31 and 8 now.
Cousins over Dieng. And here come the Wolves. Rubio. Kevin Love. Big time three for Love. And one game after Corey Brewer went off for 51, Kevin Love has 36 here on the road against Sacramento. Love off the inbounds. Kevin Love up to 43 points, and it's back to a single possession game, 100-98 with 41.1 to go. Rubio, Gorgui Dieng will take the three, and Gorgui makes the three. First career-made three-pointer for Gorgui Dieng, but it's too little too late for the Timberwolves, who will fall back to an even 500 at 40-40 with the 106-103 loss here in Sacramento.
Kevin Love had 43 against Sacramento in a T-Wolves loss. The Subaru keys to the game. Jim Barnett, what do you got?
Well, I think without Pekovic in there, without Bogut for the Warriors, you've got to double Love when he's on the low block. They do a lot of back cuts like that.
Love has become a three-point shooter, and he drops in a triple. Rubio does a great job handling the ball. They are 5th in assists, only 6 in turnovers, and Love has hit 2 threes.
Well, you got caught napping. Transition, you've got to locate him.
Jang knocks it away. Kevin Martin. Well played by Harrison Barnes, and the Warriors avert allowing the layup.
Got another 3 right here.
And make it 3 for 3 for Kevin Love. 1 of 5 beginning for the Warriors, 4 of 5 for Minnesota. Kevin Martin. There's Love with an offensive rebound. And Brewer, that's what he does.
Kevin Love will make the pass.
David Lee with the right hand. David Lee has both Warrior buckets, but off a made basket, Brewer another and 1. Now Bogut and Iguodala, the defense is going to be tested, and it has been already.
That's why I said you got to get some big scoring from Curry and Thompson again.
Kevin Love is perfect. 4 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 of 3 on threes. Draymond Green going to take a turn on Kevin Love, and he continues perfection. 5 of 5 for the field, 16 already. Up inside, field goal and the foul. You can run it back and you can score on Minnesota, but you need to hold on to the ball. And Love finishing. Brewer, tough finish there. Yeah, Love, what a finish and the foul. Somehow squeeze that in on the backboard. Payne just leaving that short.
There's the pass out again.
And you know it's Brewer who's going to be finishing. It's a perfect team for Corey Brewer because Rubio and Love really outlet the ball. Love setting up Kevin Martin. Dropping in the jumper. Steph setting up David Lee. And here's Brewer off a made bucket, coming right back. This can happen once or twice. When it happens 7 times, you have to realize Brewer's leaking out.
Exactly.
Oh, Jang is really hurting the Warriors.
What a quarter he's having.
Love step back.
42, Kevin Love. Got Pekovic now to take Jang out. So Love is the center.
You see they sag off Rubio. Love inside, and there's Minnesota's horse. Rubio and Corey Brewer. Kevin Martin, Gorgie Jang, and Kevin Love. Love for 3. Love with 38 tonight. Corey Brewer. What an out-of-bounds play. They throw it into Love, and he flies down the lane. Warriors needed scoring, Jim would say. 130, they're not scoring for your partner?
Yeah, they put it on the board. Had to match the 120 by Minnesota.